not just America's card room. We're the world's card room. A place where everyone comes together to play the game we all love. We are all unique, all competitive, and all striving to be the best. But at the end of the day, through thick and thin, we are all in together.
We know we keep saying this, but the biggest Venom of all time is almost here. Yep, the $8 million Venom tourney gets underway on Friday, January 22nd with a massive $8 million guaranteed prize pool, our biggest ever. Following our recent gigantic Venom PKO and 3 Hold'em Venoms that came before it, the $8 million Venom is your chance to kick off the year with millionaire status. That's right, first place gets at least $1 million, guaranteed. Want in? Then buy your $2,650 seat right now for this multi-day tourney featuring 4 day one flights. Or get in through steps, skips, Venom Blitz steps, megas, and our epic Venom Fever. There's nothing like the Venom, and that's especially true in 2021 with 4 editions set to hit the schedule. Are you in? There's no better time to rope off your seat than right now. Join us, winningpokernetwork.com.
From the Lodge Poker Club in beautiful Round Rock, Texas. Welcome to Poker Night at the Lodge. My name is Rick Epstein, along with my co-host each and every week, Mike the Skull Reisman. Mike, are you ready for this?
I am definitely ready, Rick. We've been waiting for this one for a while now. The players are here. The action is about to begin.
Each player has given $1,000 for their seat. There are no chops. There are no second place. Second place gets a set of steak knives. First place gets the whole Megillah. $8,325 will go to first place, and cards are in the air. Kevin is in the box, and we're ready to go with the blind starting off at 1-2. Each player started with $15,000 in chips, Mike, and we've got an all-star lineup. Why don't we go around the table and tell them who's in each seat?
Yeah, so in seat 1 we have Dirty, Lodge regular. In seat 2 we have Junior, also a Lodge regular. Seat 3 is Preston. Preston is from the Waco area. Seat 4 is Josh, Austin regular. Seat 5 is Jake. You've known him from the 5-5 stream. Seat 6 is Royal. He won our previous $200K guaranteed tournament here at the Lodge. Seat 7 is Nasty Nate. Everybody's familiar with Nate. He's won the Choctaw main event, one of Austin's finest. Seat 8 is Nemo. He's taking down some of our Sunday freeze-outs. And seat 9 is Cole, Action Cole from our cash games as well.
We got so much interest for this, Mike, that no one else is doing this type of thing, winner-take-all, live stream, and we know that this is just the start of something great. We've already gotten requests to up the buy-in to $5,000 or even higher, so we'll take it slow here. This one is a $1,000 buy-in, winner-take-all. Cole makes the bet, and Royal comes along with Queen 10, both players with the Queen.
Yeah, I was really excited about this tournament. It was an idea of mine, and I got a lot of interest, right off the bat, 30, 40 players. So there's going to be more to come. Maybe we'll do a 2-table tournament, 3-table tournament. But as you mentioned, maybe we'll up the buy-in. We have the power and authority to do whatever we choose here, and that's all thanks to the Lodge ownership and the Lodge managers as well. So this is just the beginning of many, many more action-packed, jam-packed tournaments.
Want to thank our title sponsor, America's Card Room. If you play online, give them a chance for your action. If you play in person, we hope you'll visit us. The Lodge Poker Club, located on exit 251 off IH-35 here in Round Rock. We are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you're watching us right now, I'd ask you to do me a favor. Why don't you click the link and share this with at least 2 of your poker playing friends, because this is going to be a great night. Jake folds on the button. Royal will make the call.
Yeah, like and subscribe to the channel. And then if you're also, so again, each player here started with 15,000 in chips, okay? Only first place gets paid. It's a tournament structure. There are 15-minute blind levels. And if you notice in the dealer's box, when we can take a look at that, there is a action shot clock. So each player has 30 seconds to act on each street. And if they go over the 30 seconds, each player has 3 1-minute time extensions for tough decisions. So there's going to be no tanking. It's a turbo structure. We don't want people, deciding 3-4 minutes for a decision. So there is a clock in the dealer box, 30 seconds for each decision.
And Junior will go out, and Royal will take down the pot. Yeah, each player will have a time chip. They don't have to say anything. If they go over the time, they'll automatically have to relinquish one of their time chips. There's the shot clock. You get a good view of that right in the dealer's box there. The iPad sitting in front of Kevin. The button is on seat 7, and we're ready to go in our next hand. Cole looks down at 9-2 under the gun. Surely he was going to fold in that position. Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman just getting started. 47 people in the live chat. Uncle Jake. Go Uncle Jake, says Chris Gasmuck. Hey, welcome Christopher. Hopefully you can stay up late to watch your Uncle Jake.
There can only be one winner here. 8 players are going to go home unhappy this evening.
Nemo looks down at Pocket Queens. The ladies and Nemo Bitcoin Mania. He's going to raise it up.
Yeah, this was an invite-only tournament, so this is some of the best that we have to offer here. So the level of poker should be high, and everybody at home should enjoy the entertainment. Grab a beverage from the fridge, maybe some ice cream from the freezer, and sit back and relax as we have plenty of hands to go through here tonight.
9-7-10. Nemo's still in the lead. Folks, black chips are 100, blue chips are 500, and yellow chips are 1,000. Pink chips are 5,000. Each player started with 15,000. There's an ace. That may slow down the action here, as Royal has bottom pair. Nemo has pocket queens. Nemo's still going to continue his betting with his queens. And Nemo's going to fold it, and Royal's going to fold it, and Nemo's going to win this hand. Great players sitting here. This is great player versus great player. There isn't a weak link on this table.
Only a weak link in the booth, and he's sitting on my right.
Kazim says hello. Hello, Kazim. Christian says Preston is going to take it down. Kevin deals out the next hand. Just getting started here. Executive producer is Dave Klaproth, helping out on the computers. Jermaine, as always. Want to thank them for doing great work. Want to thank the lodge ownership, too, the Levin family, Jason, Bob, and Rosa, for letting us have some fun tonight. Looks like Cole's going to come along. Pot is now 1.3K. Jack 8-5, 2 clubs. Jake with a gut shot. Cole looking at it, 900. Jake makes it 900. Cole probably going to lay this one down with 10-3. You never know with Cole, though. He does fold. Too early to make a move, he says. As Jake in the Philadelphia 76ers hat.
Yeah, we're not playing cash tonight. It's a freeze out. One life to live. Can't be making too many moves here earlier on, because if you make a mistake, it could be crucial, and it could mean your whole stack. So
I think last week we had a high of maybe 78 live stream viewers. We're looking to shatter that tonight. We're looking to set a record. So please, text a friend. Let them know we're on. Get in the live chat, and let's talk some poker. Sit back and watch the damage. One winner $8,325 is going to go to one person. We are not allowing any chops, so one winner is going to take it. Josh looks down at ace king, big slick suited. Jake will fold. Josh 3-bet to 1,400. Pocket sevens, Preston is going to make the call, and he does. So we'll go heads up. Pocket sevens versus ace king. This is a race. Kevin gives us the flop. Jack 5-4, one diamond. Preston still in the lead. Wearing his A&M pullover. He checks, and Josh puts out a single yellow chip. That is 1,000. Pot now is over 5,000.
Yeah, this is a big pot earlier on here. Again, we started with 15,000 chips, so this pot's already at 5K. Preston checks again, action back on Josh with 3-betted pre-flop. Trying to rep a big hand. He's repping a jack or maybe queens, kings, aces, tens. All hands that would beat Preston, but Preston's sevens, as we see, are still in the lead. So let's see what Preston comes with. Is he still going to make another call here as Josh fires another bullet on the turn?
2,500 bet by Josh, and Preston's going to lay down the winning cards as of then. There was still a card to come, but button will go over to Cole.
Yeah, that puts Preston in a real tough spot after Josh fires another bullet there.
And look at the payout. One winner after fees to the club. They're going to walk away with $83.25. Got to keep the lights on, Mike. You got to pay the dealer and keep the lights on, pay the supervisor. So they'll walk away with $83.25 when it's all said and done. 56 people now in the live chat. We're moving on up. Cole now on the button. Jake will fold, as does Royal. Nate looks down at Queen 9 suited. That's a playable hand in late position. And he raises it up to 600. Cole on the button with ace 3 offsuit. Back over to Junior in the big blind. He'll make the call.
Junior, one of the best pool players in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, Junior's pool game, the billiards, very strong, but he's been playing a lot of poker lately, and his confidence is high.
3, 4, 5. Junior with a straight draw and a bottom pair. Over to Cole.
Cole's the one with the bottom pair here. Junior with just 10 high.
Yeah, Cole. Cole with the straight draw and bottom pair. He makes it 2,000. Basically a pot-sized bet. Junior can't call this with just a 10 high. He's going to use some TV time and make the fold. Over to Nate.
This is a good view of the shot clock there in the box. The hand is now over. The clock is stopped, and Cole takes it down.
I like the shot clock. I really think it helps speed up the game. And
yeah, I like the shot clock too. And if you are a fan of poker and you watch a lot of the pro level tour, a lot of the high rollers, super high rollers, they all implement the 30-second shot clock. So it eliminates tanking, and especially when the only one person can get paid here. The blinds go up every 15 minutes. We don't want people taking advantage of the tournament clock. So it keeps things in check. All the players are aware of it. And I think it makes it more enjoyable for our fans at home watching as well. So again, we got 60 people in the chat here. We're trying to get to at least 100 tonight. So like and subscribe to the channel. Send this out, on any Facebook pages, Instagram, friends, family. We'd appreciate it. This is a big night here at the Lodge, and we want everybody to tune on in.
Go on to the next one. Kevin in the box. Lodge is happening right now. Saturday night, we got a Big O game about to get started in the table right next door, and then lots of cash games. We got a bounty tournament going on. Lots of things happening tonight at the Lodge, but nothing bigger than this table right here. Each player put $1,000 up. Winner take all. Nate will fold his 10-8. Nemo and Cole will go out. Over to Dirty with 3-2. Junior on the button, Jack 9. He'll just call. Here comes Preston, again with the pocket 7. Second time in less than 4 hands that he's had pocket 7s. He's going to make the raise. Looks like the 800. Junior folds, and Preston's going to win a small pot with pocket 7s. And he will also get the button. Blinds are still just 100, 200. Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman. Alex says he'd share with his friends, but he has no friends. And Alex, you have a lot of friends, but unfortunately they're all right here at the lodge. So you're right. Everybody here at the lodge doesn't need the link.
I'm sure Alex is watching his Tom Brady Buccaneers right now as well.
D'Amico. It's not D'Amico. It's D'Amico. He gave me a lecture on that. I received the thrashing. You only have to tell me once. 600 is the bet, and Dirty makes it with ace-9 offsuit. Jake will fold. Over to Royal. Royal looks like he's going to raise it up.
Yeah, Royal was under the gun. It looked like he limped for the 200 with the pocket queens. Dirty raises it up, and now Royal juices it up even further here. So interesting line here by Royal, but now the alarm bells are ringing a little bit if you're Dirty. Royal first to act. Pocket queens overpaired to the board, in good shape to win this hand.
10-7-3, 2 diamonds. There's the king on the turn.
Goes check on the flop. Pretty interesting. And now that king could be a little troublesome for Royal. Royal checks again. Dirty checks behind, and we go to a river. Royal feels confident in his pair now, goes for value on the river, but Dirty has connected with none of that. So the queens will hold, and Royal will win a nice tiny pot.
Yeah, between Royal and Nate, they have won some major tournaments. I believe last January, if I'm not mistaken, December-January timeframe, Nate won the Choctaw main event for, what, $225,000?
Yes, sir.
And then he came home that week and won a major tournament here at the Lodge for another $9,000. So he had a good Christmas last year. This year it's been kind of tough with the tournaments.
Yeah, all these players at the table are experienced players. It's pretty close to $1 million in tournament winnings, if not over $1 million here. So every one of these players familiar with the setting, comfortable under the lights, and ready to put on a show for everybody at home and walk away with about $9,000 tonight.
Every player at the Lodge must wear a mask. They get the temperatures checked before they come in, and we do disinfect the tables regularly, so we're trying to keep as safe as possible. We need to get Cole to bring his mask up over his nose, though. Cole has a tendency to... There you... Oh, almost
He tried. He tried right on cue.
Kevin will give us a flop. King 10-6, rainbow.
Steven in the chat asking about bracelets. None of the players here have a WSOP bracelet, but a lot of the players at the table have WSOP rings. It's kind of like, it's not really the minor leagues. The World Series of Poker has a circuit, and they travel around the country and world throughout the year. There's only one World Series of Poker throughout the year, but there are a lot of side tournaments every month around the world, and some of these players have won rings, multiple rings. So this is a no joke table.
Cole will take it down with pocket 10 with a pair of 10s, and we'll move on to the next hand. We had a lot of people, even tonight, Mike, people who didn't even know about it here at the Lodge, said, "Can I get in? Can I get in?" They wanted somebody to have a flat tire on the way here so they could step in their place. But this is going to be popular. I have a feeling, Mike, you created a monster with the Royal Lumber.
Invite-only tournament, and I filled these seats up rather quickly. And I was getting people blowing up my phone all week saying, did anybody cancel? Can I get a seat? And we were full here, so we had one cancellation for COVID purposes. But we hope he gets better soon, and he'll be back in the mix when we get on the next one. But other than that, everybody hold true to their word, and we'll see what happens in the future when we have future events.
Kristen asks, is it required to also wear a pullover? That's pretty much the uniform of poker players.
Yeah, and Kristen, you know you're an Austin Round Rock, resident. We have a winter storm warning in effect this evening. There will be 1 to 3 inches of snow.
Yeah.
So the world will end this evening. So I hope you have enough food and blankets at home to weather the storm.
H-E-B was going crazy today, the local grocery chain, with people buying up bread. And, if you're from the Northeast, 1 to 3 inches is a dusting to you.
That's
1 to 3 inches here is the apocalypse.
That's right.
King 7, Jack 5, 2 hearts, as Cole now with the flush draw. But Nate still ahead with his ace. He calls the 1,000 from Cole. Let's see if there's a heart. No heart.
Nate's not in the hand here. It's Royal versus Cole. So I think we have the hand, the graphics a little mixed up on this one, so we're not quite sure what Royal is holding. But we're pretty sure that he has 10 high beat. So Cole's going to show 10 high busted flush draw, and Royal has a pair of 8s.
So Royal's going to win that pot as Cole's flush did not come in.
And Royal just called that with 8. So he was going for the straight draw and then calls with the 8 on the river, if I saw that correctly. So a pretty massive call there by Royal. Appreciate the shout out, Al, in the chat. Appreciate that. Steve says, when does Mike play? I mean, I'm just the coordinator, and I'm the, I like to consider myself, the brains behind the curtain here. Trying to gather all my players, all my horses. I got to make sure everybody is healthy, but I'll get in here in the mix in sometime soon here, whether it be on the cash fashion or one of these future tournaments. But I just have too much fun in the booth here with Rick. We have Rick's Joke of the Week, which I'm sure y'all are definitely anticipating coming up whenever we have a break. So, you have to get your pity laughs ready for Mr. Rick here, Slick Rick. But we have some action here brewing here. Blinds are 2-4. Looks like Dirty raising it up from seat 1, called by Josh. Jake's looking down at a hand here as well. So let's get back to the cards a little bit. Jake's going to juice it up, holding ace-4 of hearts.
1,800 by Jake. Fold by Nate and Nemo. Back over to Dirty with King-Queen offsuit. He'll make the call.
Dirty making the call. Out of position against these players. Josh getting a decent price, but does he want to be the man in the middle between these two gentlemen with the colorful hoodies and shades? So this is the hand of the shades, and Josh says, I'll let you two guys tango. And we're going to go heads up, Dirty versus Jake. Dirty's going to be first to act here, out of position versus Jake, and let's see what the flop brings. Pretty good flop for Jake. Imagine Dirty's going to slip it over to Jake, and Jake, let's see what Jake elects to do. Also has the wheel draw, and he looks like to be c-betting. Pot at 5K.
1,700 is the bet.
I like the sizing there. I like the sizing by Jake, and that's going to take it down.
71 people in the live chat. We want to thank you for spending your Saturday night with us, and please feel free to share it. The Lodge Poker Club, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. each and every day. Our players play free play, so give us a shot. We got at least 2 tournaments each and every day. Lots of cash games from 1-2, 1-3 to 5 we spread. Big O is right on the table next door. If you want to play it and there's enough players to play it, we will deal it here at the Lodge. Dirty will call 400. Over to Preston with 9-6 of diamonds. He'll fold. To Josh with King-Queen. Offsuit. Jake with the big slick. He just won a hand and picked up a couple good cards here. And he says all in. Interesting. Wow. All in for 17K.
Pretty interesting line here. A bunch of limpers here, and Jake just trying to take it down, and if he gets called, so be it. I like being aggressive early on here for this tournament structure. The only one person gets paid, so if you can kind of double up early, you can put a lot of heat on other players and also afford to take some risks here. So, the strategy is different with this setup. It's pretty interesting. And he looks like he's going to get...
Oh, my goodness.
So we're going to have a player at risk here. We're not sure what Dirty's holding. Jake is satisfied to go here. Dirty has about 11K behind. Jake has him covered, so Dirty's tournament life at risk here. And Jake could be having an early lead. Shows the ace-king. It looks like 2 paint cards for
goodness.
Dirty.
Let's see what it is. Looks like king-queen, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see what it is from the overhead camera. Got ace-king versus king-king. So Jake in a bad shape right here.
Dirty under-repping his kings has Jake trapped.
4, 5, 8. No help for Jake. Looking for 1 ace. As we see, there's only 1 ace remaining.
Picks up the wheel draw, so now it picks up additional outs with a 2. Oh, my goodness. The wheel gets there.
Jake.
And Dirty is our first casualty of the evening there. Jake falls into the trap of Dirty. Dirty gets it in with the best of it. And Jake goes runner for the wheel.
Oh, my goodness. He was destroyed pre-flop.
Wow.
Ace-king versus pocket kings and runner wheel.
Jake trying to explain to the rest of the table. I don't even know what. Nobody knows what he's explaining. He got lucky. I know Jake's got a lot of friends and family in the chat, and they were just sweating that. If you've fallen off your chair at home, please, everything's okay. Your boy is still alive.
Dirty
Get
goes
back in
out.
the chair, sit back, relax. And if you were in camp Dirty, that's just disgusting and brutal, and we feel for you. But Dirty will be back. He's a Lodge regular, and Jake, the early chip leader, as we move on.
Kristen almost had Jake home for the early dinner. And he's here now, the chip leader. Of course, the only thing that matters is who has all the chips at the end, and that's the only person who's going to be paid. Dirty may say, well, at least if I'm going to go out, I want to go out early so I can go play the cash games and recoup the $1,000 I just lost.
I know Dirty. He might even hop back in that. I never see Dirty play much cash, but he might hop in that bounty tournament. I'm sure he's only been playing in this tournament for a half hour or so, and he's got more poker in him.
We just hit 80 on the live chat. Set a new record. Thank you, folks. Let's keep it going.
Yeah,
we're getting more and more
tonight.
Let's get 100 in the live chat tonight. That's great. We're having a lot of fun here. We just saw a huge runner.
Yeah.
And we'll go to the next hand. This is an RFID table. Each player has a sensor right in front of them. We are on a 30-minute delay, so players can watch the stream if they have their phone in front of them, but it's 30 minutes after the fact, so they're not going to see anything except past hands and what people might have had a few hands ago.
Josh Lozano with a Royal Rumble reference in the chat. That's what we have advertised this tournament as such. And if you're a fan of wrestling, once you are over the ropes, you are eliminated and done. All our competitors are in the ring right now, and Dirty, our first elimination.
And Albert says, want to see Rick play. Hey, I won a tournament on Monday night. I was happy. I won a Big O tournament, chopped it up 4 ways, and you'll see me play every now and then.
Even the fish get lucky.
Yep. 8, Jack, 5, Rainbow. Kevin will give us a turn, another 5. We don't know what the players are having right now. Sometimes we have a challenge with the reader, and other times it's a user error. So we'll chalk this one up to user error and play this one blind, as Preston will fold his hand and Cole wins with a queen deuce.
Yeah, Mike B in the chat asking, what do I think about that 42 BB shove with ace-king? Definitely very aggressive. Not totally necessary. But if you have a game plan of being very aggressive early and, allow you put your opponents on weaker hands, everybody was limping. Obviously, Dirty was trapping, and it worked to perfection. If you get called, so be it. An aggressive line, you could have waited for a better spot. But I don't mind being aggressive in this structure and just, going pedal to the metal from the start. ICM implications are really not in play. If you get an early lead, it's going to be beneficial moving forward as we get later on in levels. But Jake just gets it in totally dominated, but gets there with the runner wheel.
Man, I just thought that might have been a little much there. Obviously, hindsight is great for Jake, but if what happened, you find yourself in a world of hurt. So Kevin here gives us 8, 4, 9, 2 clubs, and Cole flops 2 pair. checked around. There's a deuce of clubs. Now, two players have clubs. Cole has a really good hand now, 56% chance to win with two pair and the best flush draw. Preston does have a straight draw. He'll fold as Cole makes the 1,000 bet. Over to Josh with just a pair of fours. He says, I'm going to come along. He's drawing very, very thin, just to a 4. It's a king, and that's going to do it all for Cole. He's going to win another hand as long as he stays in. Depending on what he bets here, there are 3 clubs out there.
I'd like to see a small bet here for value. I think Cole thinks he has the best hand. Goes a little high, 3K. I don't think Josh can call off 3K here with, 14-7 behind. Probably even has a little less than that. I can't quite see with his hand over his chips. But a lot out there that beats your holdings. You got to give Cole credit here, and Josh does, and sends his cards into the muck.
Remember, February 25th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, folks, the Texas World Championship. And $500 buy-in, $75 door fee. We are guaranteeing, folks, $200,000 guarantee. 3-day ones, February 25th, 6th, and 7th. And then we'll finish it all the last day of February, February 28th. Winner's going to walk away with we think over 55,000.
Yeah, definitely. Probably closer to 60, maybe even higher than that.
We're on to the next hand. Cole folds over to Junior. I have to ask you more about Junior's pool game. You say he's one of the best in Texas.
I haven't seen him play myself, but I know he's an avid pool player, and I've heard from other players who have seen him play that he's pretty lights out.
Wow.
So if he tries to play you for a game of money or get you to the pool house, pool room, and says he's not that good, do not believe that man in C2.
Jack 9-3, 2 clubs. Neither player with too much of that. Junior does flop middle pair. And he makes a bet of 1,000. And he'll take down that pot. Button will move. We're down to 8 players. Winner, only one winner. Who do you think's going to win, folks? Why don't you let us know in the live chat? Let us know who you think is going to take this down. $8,325, and whether you're going to get any part of that money when they get home. That'll be fun.
Yeah, and if you're right in the chat, if you pick the winner now and early and you are right, I will give you personally a free hour of play here. You find me when you're in the room, you called your shot, I will be paying for your time for that first hour.
Wow.
Free money on the line if you get your winner in now.
Wow. Junior folds. Over to Preston with ace-5 offsuit. He'll fold, and so does Josh on the button. Move over to Jake in the small blind. Will fold. Now it's just down to Nate and Royal. Heads up. King 8 versus ace queen. Jack 9. 1 spade. Both players had spade. It would have been nice to see 2 spades on the flop. That would have been interesting. There's a queen, and Nate all of a sudden vaults way to the lead.
Big fan of Nate's glare at the table. If you watch his eyes, he stares down his opponents in quite the fashion. That intimidates a lot of players. So when you're at the table with Nate, you just got to be focused on your own game, not really worried about what other people are doing. Focus on what you got to do, and good things will come from that.
So we got 1 vote for Jake, 1 vote for Nate, 1 vote for Cole. So everybody's getting some love here.
Preston's got a shout out, so it's going around there. We got to start seeing a little love for Junior and our boy Josh. So if I was in this tournament and nobody was picking me, I would take that to heart. I would use that as motivation in some of our future tournaments. You got something to prove. You got a chip on your shoulder. It's always dangerous. And
we'll go on to the next hand. America's Card Room, the title sponsor of Poker Night at the Lodge. I believe this is episode number 24 of Poker Night at the Lodge. We've had a lot of fun doing this. We do a lot of tournaments. We've done some live stream cash games. This is the first time ever we've had the Royal Rumble. We thought about putting a cage around the final table here and kind of a cage match, but that would have cost many lives and cost many thousands of dollars to install, so we decided against it.
We can never know what could happen next time.
Dirty has a vote as it comes back around to Nate.
Dirty has already been scalped, so R.I.P. to Dirty. So I'm sorry, Janet, but Dirty is no longer with us.
If you're looking for Dirty, he's exited stage left. He took a bad beat, called all in with pocket kings. Jake with ace king hit runner for a wheel to empty Dirty's pockets. 5, 6, 9, 2 hearts. And Nemo with 2 hearts has a heart draw. There's an 8.
Yeah, top pair and the hearts here. So Nemo has a stranglehold.
And looks like Preston now has a straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, let's see what's going on here.
But Preston doesn't have cards, so
yeah,
we're off a little bit.
It looks like Preston folded, so it's just Josh in this hand now. Action's on Josh, so Preston would have had a straight.
Yeah.
So graphics a little off on that hand. That's all right. No problem. Nemo takes it down. If you're watching in the chat, like and subscribe to the channel. We're here every Saturday night. We've been here every Saturday night for a number of weeks. Usually our 5-5 cash game is the featured game on Saturday evenings. But this is a special 1K winner take all, the sit and go, the Royal Rumble. So we thank you guys for joining us. Next week will be the Art of Poker. We'll be streaming that final table tournament. And then we'll get back to our 5-5 regular games. And then before you know it, will be February. And then we will have our 200K guarantee. You know we'll be streaming that final table live from the Lodge in Round Rock.
Alex, we're just asking who you think will win. We're not asking who you think won't win. He says Junior has the worst shot to win. He'll get top 3 or 4, but no shot to win. Shots fired. Boom, boom. Bang, bang.
A lot of people in the chat rooting for me, thinking that I'm going to win and I'll take it down. So I appreciate the love from family and friends. I will try and make you guys proud whenever I get in there on the Knicks, but right now I'm in the booth, the eye in the sky.
Look at that shot clock, folks. What do you think about it? Each player has 30 seconds to act. If they don't act in time and they're still in the hand without folding, they have to submit a time chip to the dealer.
That's my iPad, too, so we better keep an eye on Kevin here. I don't want to be too rough on my pad.
4-7 deuce is the flop, 2 hearts. As Nemo, actually it's over to Cole.
We haven't seen anybody use the time extension chips yet, so all players still have their 3 available time banks.
I wonder what happened to to the time chips that
they
Dirty
did
had
not
to
pass along. Once you are eliminated, your available time banks are dead.
I hope they took them because they shipped out all the chips. I hope they took those time chips.
We went over this with the dealers.
All right.
We're aware with Joe and Kevin. So once you are eliminated, your time chips are gone. Yes, we wanted to implement the time chips. This is a turbo structure, 15-minute blinds here, so we don't want anybody taking advantage of the tournament clock. We thought the time banks and the time chips would be a good addition, and I'm happy that we did.
Over to Nate, who looks down at 8-6 offsuit. Nate hadn't mixed it up too much yet. Cole will fold over to Junior with 9 deuce offsuit. Junior hadn't mixed it up that much either. Back over to Preston. Preston's going to win the blinds, and we'll move on to the next hand. 8 players remain. 1 player is all who we're paying tonight. $8,325. That will go to the winner. Nothing for the loser, like that movie Glengarry Glen Ross. First prize is a Cadillac. Second prize, a set of steak knives.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty tough for the loser once we get heads up. You know, you're battling for a number of hours here. It's been an exciting night so far. all the fans watching around the globe. But once you've been battling for a number of hours, you want to be the winner at the end of the day here, and there can only be one.
Wow. I'm getting bombasted here by the peanut gallery. We need dealer time chips when Rick deals. Wow.
Whoa.
I want to tell you, I am a 2-year veteran of the Lodge dealer circuit.
That's a good needle there by Mikey B in the chat. So
and I believe that I am a darn good dealer. Just ask me.
And only you.
So Jake, with the $1,600 bet, will get the call.
Yeah, Royal's going to go set mining with his threes. Nate has a suited ace. Cole with a suited king. So spades would be interesting here, but it does not come 6-deuce-deuce. The three's still in the lead.
It's a pretty good flop for Royal.
Yeah, this is a juicy pot, too. So there's already 7K in the middle. We're four-handed here. Good on Royal for taking the lead here with the best hand. So pretty decent board for threes. It gets rid of Nate. And Cole gets rid of Cole. And Jake, who was the aggressor pre with the suited ace, I don't think can continue here as well. So Royal recognizing that his threes are best, makes the bet. And Jake taking his time here, deciding what to do. Cole's monster dome here is in the way of our time clock, so we're not quite sure what we got going on time bank wise, but it looks like Jake takes his full 30 seconds and lays down the loser, and Royal takes a nice pot with the pair of threes and shows the table. But his threes were good. His threes were best. And that was a pretty good spot there by Royal to recognize that and take advantage of it.
I can't think of a much better flop of not hitting it than 6-deuce-deuce for pocket threes. As you see the table over, you can bring your own beverages to the Lodge, and we encourage that. Just be safe about it, but bring whatever you want. We used to serve complimentary food. The Lodge pre-COVID, and we'll get back to that at some point. We're hoping later on in 2021, where that was really popular, where we had great complimentary food each and every day, something different. 77 people in the live stream. Jake with King Jack calls the 600.
The new record tonight, but I want to try and get to triple digits. So anybody in that chat, still spread out that link to your friends and family. Anybody who likes poker, we're trying to reach 100 this evening, and I believe we could. So let's get there. 23 more people to go.
So Cole with ace jack makes it 2,000, and Jake will call with his king queen offsuit. Here we go to the flop. There's the jack. Cole smashes that flop.
Jake has 2 overs. I know he's going to check this over to Cole. Cole will c-bet this flop. And he checks behind.
Wow.
So he's setting the trap here. Will it backfire? Yes, it will.
does.
So
It
the
does.
bet that could have got Jake away. Jake will check again. Both these players familiar with each other. Another check scenario. And then Cole will seesaw back in the lead here on the river. So a little seesaw up and down we go. Cole going for value now on the river with a 5K bet. An over bet to the flop, making it look bluffy. And this puts Jake in another tough spot as we take a good look at our time clock there. 10 seconds, 20 seconds ready to act here. Pretty brutal river there, but the way this action goes, Cole could easily have an ace. But does Jake want to call this off with second pair? Every chip is worth something here. Jake's leaning towards the full right as we get to 30 seconds there. Sent it into the muck.
Use the time clock perfectly in that situation. That ace was a scare card, definitely. And we'll move on to the next
Jake's been
hand.
pretty active here. He's been picking up some decent hands. I'd say Nemo and Junior been pretty quiet. Preston, not much from Preston and Josh either. So everybody treading carefully as we move along here. I believe we're still not 100% sure what level we're no longer on level 1. Lines are, I believe, 3-6 at the moment.
3-6. The format should last between 3 and 3.5 hours, we anticipate. Each player started with 15,000 chips, and the blind structure is such where, you know.
We got Rocket Man in the chat. I know you wanted to have an official apology to Rocket Man. on one of our previous streams when you said he bubbled and didn't go home with any money. This is the gentleman.
Yes.
So now the floor is yours for your official apology.
I just sincerely apologize. You know, you were on a final table. You bubbled, we thought, with no money, but the table decided to give you $200. And in front of all of your friends and family, I said you're leaving the table on the bubble with no money after playing a full day. And in actuality, you made $200. So there's my official retraction. I can now not be sued.
What a guy. We have an action flop here. Cole with the flush draw and the gutter. And Josh Bink's top pair with the queens here. So let's see what happens here. Josh checking over to Cole, and Cole is not checking. He's going to fire in 2,200. Action back on seat 4. So
Cole with a combo draw, straight and flush.
we don't have the camera angle on seat 4 right now. Now we do. So Josh thinking about what he wants to do. Does he want to go after it right now? He also has the king of diamonds. And he's just going to rip it in, try and shut this down right now. And does Cole want to gamble? If this is cash game Cole, he's probably putting his chips in, right? But if he loses that hand, he can't just reach in his pocket for more chips. Does he want to go with this hand right now? As you look at the equity on the bottom left, it's pretty much a coin flip here. Cole knows he's behind, but he knows if he hits a diamond, he's likely good. And he knows for sure if he hits a 4, he's good. So, is this the spot?
What is he going to do here, Mike?
Pretty tough spot. It really, I'm not quite sure what he's going to do, honestly.
He makes the call.
No, he's not making the call.
Oh, that's a time chip. I'm sorry.
So he's in the tank.
You know, we need to change the color of the time chips.
The
they
time
look like
chips,
$1,000 chips.
Yeah. The time chips are similar to our 1Ks, correct. But now our first time extension has been used. So
he gets 1 minute for each time chip.
Up to 1 minute. So when that iPad hits a minute 30, if he's still in the tank, he'll have to use another time extension. He makes the call. So let's dance. Cards up on their backs. Let's take a look at what we got. Cole's going to need to get lucky. Josh is going to need to fade a diamond or a 4.
9 outs for Cole. Top pair for Josh. You see the odds there. Josh just 55% to 45%.
If Cole loses his hand, he still has some chips behind.
There's the diamond.
So now Josh needs the king of diamonds. He has the king of diamonds. One more diamond.
No, and Cole makes the gamble pay off, and he will eliminate Josh.
Another player over the ropes. So
down to 2.
A choke slam into the 3rd row, and our boy Josh eliminated.
And it looks like one half of the table already has 2 players eliminated.
Oh, my goodness. All right, let's let the people know. Me and Rick made a little side bet, a little friendly shekel side bet, a low wager on lunch, and I picked the left side of the table, and our boy Rick has the right side of the table. So I am in jeopardy of lunch money as 2 of my horses have been scalped over the top rope, and now we are down to 7.
90 people in the live chat. Come on, folks. Let's get us to 100.
So Cole, no gamble, no future, no guts, no glory, gets rewarded. And Cole's going to be dangerous with a lot of chips
Oh,
here,
my goodness, he is.
It's getting spicy as we move forward here throughout the evening. That's just what we expected. This is an exciting lineup. It's an exciting structure. And I, for one, am enjoying myself so far, and I hope everybody at home is enjoying themselves as well.
Over to Jake, who'll fold, as does Royal. Royal makes the call. Cole and Royal go to the flop. Royal with queen 6. There's king 5 deuce, rainbow. Cole still way in the lead.
If you're tuning in for the first time, like and subscribe to the channel. We're here every Saturday night with live poker.
There's the 6 for Royal. Now he vaults into the lead. With second pair, he makes the bet. Quick call from Cole.
Is Jake on the left or the right? I have claimed Jake, so Jake is a member of my camp.
And neither of us have Junior. So that was the one player in order to make it even.
If Junior wins, it's a
we
push.
had to have one player.
We did a random seat draw.
Yeah, because you couldn't. One of us couldn't have 5 players, and the other 4.
We had to do a random seat draw. It landed on Junior, so if Junior wins, it's a push.
Yeah, that's. So we'll go to the next hand. 7 players remain. 2 players already knocked out. We saw Dirty and Josh take the early
both players
trip.
Both players in the lead when the cards were on their
Yes.
back. So,
And
yeah.
you know Cole's call there, Mike. You know him as a cash player. He's played a lot of tournaments, done well in a lot of tournaments.
Yeah.
But it's hard to take the cash player out of the tournament player.
It's not a terrible call, really. I mean, he had a lot of equity. It was basically a flip. So he's really only in bad shape there if his opponent has, a similar type of flush draw. But he didn't. The flush hit, and Cole got rewarded. So
It's a good question, Mike. What are the blind levels? How many minutes each blind level?
blind levels are 15 minutes. 15 minutes, 15K starting stack. Turbo fashion here.
All clubs on the flop, King 3-4, and Nemo and Nate both have a club. Even though Nemo has a pocket pair, he's going to still bet it.
I like the bet here by Nemo. Has some clubs backups. Little does he know Nate has him covered. I don't think Nate's going to make this call with the king on the board. It eliminates his 2 overs with his 2 paints, his queen and the jack. He knows if a club hits, he's likely good unless his opponent has the ace of club, which is unlikely. But again, not that many chips behind. You can't really afford to gamble that much when you're behind.
He makes the
But
call.
Nate will make the call here. So, not giving Nemo credit for a hand yet. It's going to see what transpires here on the turn and then gets there. So, imagine Nate's going to check this over. Nemo is probably going to now check behind. I imagine this goes check, check. And then Nate will go for a little bit of value, small value on the river. So
Both players with a
players
flush.
Check. Now Nate's pretty certain he has the best hand. As long as the board does not pair. The board does not pair. There's a flush on the board. Makes it a little bit harder for each player to be holding such a club. Nate's going to probably go for something along the lines. He could go real high to make it look bluffy, or he can go real small, something along the lines of like 2.5. Each chip matters. I'd like to see him go small. Goes very small for 1K, shows the goods. So, I thought he would go small. I didn't think he would go that small. Nemo has to snap it off. He does. And Nate gaining a little momentum here as we power on.
I think that might be Nate's first hand of the night. Both players with a flush, and there was a flush also on the board there.
Deathwish in the chat. We've seen him on numerous shows, making multiple final tables. So thank you, sir, for joining us.
So we'll go on to the next hand. Royal is on the button. Blinds are 4 and 8. I don't think tonight we're ever going to have a big blind ante tonight.
No big blind antes tonight. So it's just small and big.
Small and big, 7 players remain. First time ever for the Royal Rumble. 1 winner, no chops. The player entertains a chop, we will intervene and say no chops.
Yeah, no chops. And if I hear of any secret chops, it's one way not to get invited back to future games. So this is winner take all. Only 1 winner.
Junior with the close-up of drinking. Junior, get away from the camera.
Junior new to the stream, not aware of the camera placements. We might have to smack him.
Looks like we have 4 players still in the hand.
Touching the dealer.
Jake makes it 3,300. Nate will fold over to Nemo now with King Jack suited. Nemo folds over to Cole. Cole likes to play.
Pretty large raise. 3.3, you're out of position here.
He makes the call.
So
He just likes
I like
to play.
that raise by Jake. This pot's getting big. Cole has the most chips now at the table, but still pretty tough to play King 5 out of position here when your opponent has shown aggression. But Cole has now become a player in the lead, spiking his bottom pair of 5s. Jake's going to continue to bet C-bet here.
Pair of 5s plus a backdoor flush for Cole. There's the bet. Continuation from...
Snapped off there. Looks to be 2,100. Gets snapped off by Cole. So let's see what happens.
It's another 5. Trips for Cole.
So it goes quick check, check, and we're going to take a river here. You know Cole will not be checking this river. We just needed Jake to dodge an ace or a queen there, because if ace or a queen comes, I imagine he pays off Cole's bet. Cole's going to fire something maybe along the lines of 5K.
Little dangerous, though, with a 4-line straight. You can't put Jake on any of the straight draws.
I don't really put Jake on a straight here at all. I would go for value if I'm Cole. I'd go for 5K, like I said. Cole goes for 5, and Jake's going to send these cards into the muck. He'll take his time. He's been taking his time on these decisions on the river, close to the full 30, nodding his head. Maybe he's listening to a little Beastie Boys in his mind. Who knows? But he's going to be sending these cards into the muck. He's not going to be using a time extension. The horse is going to go bye-bye, and the cards will go into the muck.
Jake wearing a very colorful hoodie. Looks like it comes with batteries with the colors that it has tonight. And Jake will fold, as you said. And Cole is trying to build up those chips. And, boy, he is going to be dangerous, Mikey, with a lot of chips. Cole,
yeah.
he obviously will play a lot of different cards, as we just saw him play King 5 suited before the flop.
Yeah, Cole will take a lot of different lines than you're used to. And with a lot of chips in this structure, he can definitely become dangerous. So one to keep an eye on there in seat 9. These other boys here, the ones on the left, kind of waiting for their time, sitting back. And if they get a big hand there and a fortunate double up, they're right back in the mix too. So anything can happen here in tournament poker. Chips can go one way or the other rather quickly. So we are far from done, as we still have 7 players in the mix. Only one can win.
Next hand is underway, as Nate is on the button. Junior's under the gun. Junior with his shark purse. Looks down at 9-10.
Godzilla hat. The man is dangerous. And
makes it 3K.
3K under the gun. UTG with 10-9 off. I don't love this line here, but he's tired of waiting. So this raise looks a lot stronger than it actually is. Lucky for him, none of his opponents behind have a hand, but
Cole with Jack 8.
Will Cole want to fold with a suited jack in the big blind with close to 40K behind? He's tough to fold all out there, but he looks like the folding.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
Interesting he folded that hand, but called King 5 suited. Jack 8 suited is a little bit more.
Very, very quiet so far. So that, again, like I said, that raise seemed a lot stronger than actually 10-9 off. If you would ask every player at that table what Junior had there, none of them would have said 10-9 off under the gun. So Cole, thinking about that while he makes his fold, says, all right, man, I'll give you this one. I'll see you down the road. You can take this pot, steal my big blind. But you know that Cole's going to be putting the pressure on whenever he gets blind-on-blind situation between him and Junior, because Cole has all the chips currently. So keep an eye on that, something to look forward to as we move forward.
Here comes a hand. Royal with the ace-queen of hearts will raise it up. Look to be 2,800. Nate looks down at King 5 of hearts, will fold. Nemo will fold. Over to Cole with 10-8 of diamonds. Toss it in. Back to Junior. The only one left in the big blind. And Junior with King 6 offsuit, I don't think he can make this call, and he doesn't. And Royal will take the blinds. Button moves over to Cole. You see the pre-flop raise stats. Every player about the same. Preston 16%, and last place was 10%, so everybody's about the same. Uh-oh. Jake with pocket queens under the gun. Let's see what he raises here.
Put the horsey in motion, buddy. UTG looks up at the tournament clock that's behind the table there, so that's what he just took a peek at.
Makes it 2,100.
Action on Nate with ace-queen, so we're going to have some fireworks here. Nate taking his time. Hasn't looked at the action clock yet. Dealer will say 10 seconds when it hits 20. So I imagine now Nate can enter the pot, makes the call. So Jake has Nate in bad shape here, very strong to double, or at least win this hand. But as we saw earlier on, when Jake was holding Ace King and Dirty had King King, Dirty had Jake crushed, but Jake got there. So other way around here, Jake in the lead as we go to the flop here. That King might slow down the action for Jake.
King 9-5.
And he checks it here. So let's see if Nate tries to rep a king. Try to fire. I imagine he's going to fire a small bet here. Maybe something along the lines of 1.5.
Makes it 3,000.
Makes it 3,000. So a little higher than I thought he would do. And a quick call there by Jake. So pot brewing here. Jake doesn't like to see that king. Let's see what the turn brings.
There's the 3 of spades.
Pretty much a blank. Jake would, if he hasn't checked already, he will be checking, and the action will be back on Nate. I'd like to see what Nate does here. Will he fire a second bullet? Junior killing us, standing in front of the camera multiple times, and Nate does fire a decent-sized bet here.
It's like 4,500.
And Jake doesn't like this. Jake's thinking about what to do here. Jake doesn't have much behind. Similar stack sizes here. You make this call, you're basically committing to this pot, so he's got to make his mind up right now. Does he have...
Time chip.
Yeah, time chip has been used a couple seconds early. Nate putting Jake to the test here. I think Jake's leaning towards the fold button here. I don't really like calling here. If you're going to go with this here, I would just shove it. If you think your queen is good, make the call. Somebody's got to tell Junior to sit his butt down. So whenever we get back out there, someone's got to tell this man to sit down.
Jake thinking it over here. Pocket queens. That king out there is just causing him a lot of thought here. And Nate realizes that and putting a lot of pressure on him. He's going to lay it down.
So Nate pressing the, aggressive button here gets rewarded and takes down a nice sized pot there. So gets one by. And looks, there we go. Shout out to Dave telling our boy Junior to sit his butt down.
Yeah.
My goodness, man. Antsing his pants in C2.
We got a question from Steve.
See Steve here. Steve asking about the button. I know Steve's kind of new to poker, or at least watching a lot of poker as he's been watching more steadily recently. So it's just a dealer button. It moves around each hand. It goes around in orbit, clockwise after each hand, and that's just
gives everybody a chance to be the dealer,
right,
which is the prime location to be at the poker table.
So when the dealer deals the cards, the first person who gets their cards is right to the left of the button, and then it goes around in a circle. Then also the blinds and antes move around each hand. So you see right here, Preston's the small blind because he's right to the left of the button. Jake's the big blind.
Doyle,
and after each hand, that will move. So Preston looking down at the bullets.
Doyle Brunson once said, just give me the best position every night, and I'll win every time. So position is what it's all about in poker, and he'll put it all in with the pocket aces.
And position was shown a great example of power of position was last hand there when Jake had to act first, and that king was a scare card. Nate had the opportunity to rep that card, and he also had the benefit of having his opponent act first. So power of position, as you mentioned, very crucial, very important in this game that we love called poker here. Preston ripping it in with aces. Cole's going to use his full 30. He says, I can't tank for long, but I can tank for 20 seconds and look pretty. And that's what he does, and folds his 7-4 offsuit. So Preston only playing the bullets. American Airlines flying down from Waco, repping Waco. I know we got a lot of Waco participants in the chat, so good for them. Our boy Preston making the drive down.
Speaking of Waco, 2 Aggie graduates joined the Texas Department of Public Safety, and they're in Waxahachie, Texas. They pull over a driver for speeding, One Aggie state trooper looks to the other and says, I'm filling out the form. What city are we in? The other one says, Waxahachie. He goes, how do you spell Waxahachie? The other one says, let's let him go and catch up with him in Waco. There's the joke of the night, folks.
Not giving our state troopers much credit for a spelling bee.
Aggie state troopers.
You won't find them on the ESPN spelling bee.
We've got 88 people in the chat. Thanks so much. We had it up to 90. Preston with ace 4, who just had pocket aces. Forget position, give me pocket aces. That's true, Tyson. Give me pocket aces every time, and you'll probably do pretty well. Here's the flop. King 4, king. 2 kings. 2 hearts on the flop. Both players with a heart. Could get interesting if the heart comes on the turn.
But Royal's going to be folding here. Preston takes it down. Royal also from the Waco area, so that was Waco on Waco crime. And I believe Junior's last name is Waco, actually. So plenty of Waco going on
really?
Here at table 11, yeah.
Aggression frequency, Cole way out in front. Junior way in the at the bottom with 17%. Cole has a lot of chips. He's got over 30,000 in chips. A lot of people in the chat cheering for Nate. Nate's wife, Shino, is one heck of a poker player herself. She's been on many final tables on our Poker Night at the Lodge shows.
Yep, and they talk strategy pretty frequently, so it's nice to have your partner in life also a pretty wise mind in poker herself, so both are a deadly duo.
Looks like Nate in the big blind will just check it. We'll go to the flop. Jack, deuce, 5, 2 hearts. No player with a heart. Everybody whiffed on that except for Nate with pot. He has a 5, middle pair.
Nate's going to lead. He's going to charge this spot. He says my 5's good enough. Cole in position might float this with 2 overs to the board.
I got a little laugh from Kristen Stein. Thank you.
Cole likes not to float, sends his cards into the muck. And Nate's aggression paying off again there with middle pair. Takes down a nice pot.
You're right about Nate's stare, man. That is a scary stare.
Yeah, I like the stare. I'm a fan of the stare. I like to stare down my opponents as well. It's a visual game. You know, you can learn a lot with your eyes and how your opponents react.
Look at that, the payout. 1 position is being paid tonight.
Yep. So you never know what your opponent can give off when you're looking at them. They might be looking at their chips. They might be shaking. They might be breathing funny. And if you can pick up on certain powers, that's definitely going to be to your advantage as a poker player moving forward. So that's all part of Nate's game, and that's why Nate's one of the best. His game works for him, and he's got a pretty steady routine, and he sticks to the script.
Jake's looked down at King Jack offsuit.
Steve B in the chat. What's up, Steve? Thanks for joining us. Bruins stink. Let's go Isles. Shout out to Matt Barzell being signed today, and shout out to the Bruins for trading that pick years ago. Thank you.
Nate taking a lot of time here. He's going to finally fold. He knew exactly when the clock was coming. He says, King Jack doesn't do it for me. Nemo says, I fold too. And Royal's going to take down the blinds. Button moves over to Nate. We're off to the next hand. Once again, title sponsor, America's Card Room. If you play online, give them a chance at your action. We thank them for being the title sponsor. If you play live and you're near the Austin, Texas area, Round Rock, come and visit us. I guarantee you'll have fun. Can't guarantee you'll win, but you will have fun because we will treat you nice. You'll have a fair deal, and it's a clean place, and people are just really nice to be around. So give us a chance at your action. The Lodge Poker Club, on I-35, exit 251 in Round Rock.
So Junior raising up again pretty large. Under the gun here, doesn't have 10-9 off this time, has ace-5 off. Puts Nate in a tough spot on the button with the queen jack, and he lays it down. Action back on Cole. Cole's not folding this time. He says, you're not stealing my big blind 2 times in 2 orbits. Calls with a lesser hand than 9-4 off, and we're going to take a flop.
Interesting how he does that. All spades. Neither player has a spade, but Cole does hit his 9 for middle pair. Interesting how when he decides to come along, because he had Cole, a much better last time with Jack 8 suited.
Yeah, Cole was giving credit for Junior for a larger hand that time, but Cole's not going to be bullied and let that happen continuously, and he decides to make a stand right then and there. Still in the lead with his 9-4 off, but this is a pretty wet and disgusting board here. Not one you really want to be betting with 9-4. So the door is open for Junior to take it down right now. He's going to rep a king. I like the bet there by Junior. Junior wants to take it down right now. It's going to be pretty tough for Cole to continue, but it looks like he's reaching for chips and doesn't look to be folding. So shot clock there, 15 seconds. Each player has 30 seconds to act, or they're going to have to use one of their 3 time bank chips. I believe Cole used one earlier on, so I think he only has 2 left. 5 seconds left to act here. I don't think you want to burn one right now. And he lays it down.
He's going to fold just at the time.
So a nice bet there by Junior. The door was open there. Cole checked to him twice. And you can't wait any longer there with ace-5. You got to try and rep a strong hand there. You definitely have a king or maybe even a queen in your range there under the gun betting 3K. Reps a made hand there, takes it down from behind.
7 players remaining. Blinds are, I believe, are 500, 1,000 if I'm not mistaken.
15-minute level blinds. Everybody started with 15,000 in chips. If you're watching this to stream for the first time, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We're here every Saturday night, usually playing 5-5 uncapped cash game with thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. But tonight, the special 1K buy-in, winner-take-all Royal Rumble.
The Royal Rumble cage match. 9 enter, 1 leaves. Cole will make the call. Cole playing a lot of hands. He's got ace-10 offsuit this time. So he's way ahead of Royal. But so he's out of position.
The penalty if time expires, each player has 3 time extension chips. Each chip is worth an extra 1 minute. If you use all your time extension chips and still go over, then your hand is dead once you get to your 30 seconds. So we haven't come across that yet. And we have top 2 here by Cole. Royal with the ace here. So Cole doing a little Hollywood, goes for the double check of his cards. We know he's not folding. Setting the trap here for Royal. He's going to be at least calling or raising. Does he want to charge now or leave rope for Royal for a potential turn jam? Royal only has, 9K in chips behind here. So the alarm bells are ringing here. Cole's going to check it again. Royal does not fall for the trap. We go check, check. We're going to take a river.
Oh, this is going to be a hurtful card. Royal hits trips.
Pretty brutal here for Royal, and Cole insta-rips.
Wow.
And, we're going to be seeing some time extension chips used right now. So this is a large pot. It's pretty hard to put Cole on an ace here, especially when you're holding an ace yourself. Maybe he believes maybe he hit king-queen. Maybe he hit the Broadway straight on the turn. Maybe he's bluffing me with missed clubs. It's all in Cole's range here. Cole and Royal don't have much history together.
I mean, the kicker is a 10, so it's not actually a bad kicker if he's just playing the ace.
I think that's not the call, it's the time extension chip. So now he has an additional 1 minute to act here. You see the iPad in the box, so he'll have at least for a minute 30 here, but I think this is going to be the end of Royal.
He makes the call.
He makes the call, and good night, night, Royal. Unfortunate for him, pretty brutal.
Oh.
You can't fault him for making the call there. We've seen Royal get away from numerous hands in the past here when he was behind. He makes some excellent laydowns. But Cole's going to have him out chipped, and Cole's going to have another elimination, and Royal's going to be done for the night.
Cole, lightning in a bottle, played it excellent. I thought he was a little Hollywood there on the flop, but it paid off for him, and now he is by far the chip leader.
He suplexed another player over the ropes. Royal is into the 4th row.
Oh,
we
my
are down
goodness.
to 6. Only one can win.
And we're at 91 in the chat. A new
91.
record.
I hate the number 91. I hate you, John Tavares. You are the worst.
How
we
about
need to get
19?
to 100.
Yeah.
So if you're watching this and you know some friends and family that like poker, do us a favor, shoot them the link. Let's get to over 100 tonight. We're almost there. Lots and lots going on here tonight.
Down to 6. Royal. 3 have been eliminated. Royal got thrown over the top turnbuckle into the 4th row. He is gone. Dirty is gone. Josh is gone. 6 remaining. But you know what? It doesn't matter about 6. It matters just about 1. We're paying 1 person here. All the rest get Bopkis. How about that, Steve Reisman? Bopkis. I used it. How many live streams do you know of that say the word Bopkis?
Not many, that's for damn sure. As we approach 9:30 here, Central Standard Time. We'll be going until there's a winner. So if these gentlemen want to play till 6 a.m., we'll be here. It's going to be unlikely. The blinds are high, the structure is fast, and the action is plenty.
Nate, it's right now. It's the Cole show right now. Everybody's just living in Cole's world as he's knocking people out left and right, like Tyson. Corey makes a good thought. Maybe add some bounty action in the next one.
Yeah, we might be able to do that.
That's a good thought.
That's not a bad idea.
Corey always comes up with good ideas. You know, sometimes he just brings ideas just to be difficult, but that's actually a good idea. Thank you, Corey. King 8, and Nate
and
flops.
Jake has ripped it all in here. Nate's going to ask for a count. I think he makes the call here for the flush draw. So Jake has the king.
Trips for
So Jake's
Jake.
tournament life at risk here. Nate has him covered. He's going to need to fade a heart. So Nate going for elimination here. Now picks up outs for a straight, but Jake is holding a jack. But this is a spicy river. And Jake survives.
Jake survives.
So Jake with a sweat. Kristen, Luke, everybody at home in camp. Jake, take a deep breath. Your horse is still alive.
And Jake throws the dealer some money.
Yeah, Jake's got a little tip dollars there. You don't usually see that in a tournament. Usually people tip after the tournament. But here, the Lodge is a friendly club. We work with these dealers and see these dealers on a normal daily basis. So Jake taking care of his dealers.
Bopkis. Did I say Bopkis? Bopkis.
Buckis.
Latkes is one thing. Bopkis is another. So we'll go on to the next one as Jake hit trips and Nate called him with the flush draw. Did not come, and Nate took a hit on that hand.
Yep, Cole's still our overwhelming chip leader. But Nate going for the elimination there. Now you see Cole beginning to flex a little bit.
Just so you know, that money that is standing in back of the chip stack from Jake is for the dealers. That's definitely not in play. Only chips are in play. Flop comes 449. Nobody hits anything of that. And Cole will lead out for 2,000. Nate's not going to be able to call this one with deuce 5, and he's going to fold. Cole's going to win another hand. Blinds are 600, 1,200. You see Nemo with 9 big blinds. Cole with 34% of all the chips on the table with 6 left.
So we just had the managers come into the booth. It looks like we might be approaching a 5-minute break. It's probably going to happen in a half hour or so. Some players are asking for a little bit of break. We have not put a break in the structure, but if all agreed, we would agree to give them a couple-minute break here. So we'll stay tuned for that. We still got a lot of action to go. Again, the stream is We are a half hour behind on the action, so we still got some time on that.
Kristen is going through her second bottle of vino, watching her husband, Jake. If he wins, he's going to bring $8,600 to the Stein household, which means party time tomorrow. $2,000 bet by Cole with ace-10 suited. Back over to Nemo with queen-4 offsuit. And he's going to go all in. Nemo is going to make his stand here. I don't think Cole's going to go anywhere. Looks like it's $8,800 chips. And Cole, with all the chips in the world, it's just $6,800 to him to knock out another player. You think he's going to make this call, Mike?
Yeah. I think he will. Try and spike an ace or a king. He's been running pretty good. He knows he's behind, but I think he makes this call. If he has a heart in his hand, he definitely makes the call. He does not. Nemo giving him nothing.
Time chip.
I don't like Cole burning a time chip on this. It's a pretty easy decision. He knows he's behind. There's not much to think with. Does he want to try and eliminate a player, yes or no? He's probably going to need that time extension chip later on, so I think he might regret that. And, you know, it's a pretty easy decision. So,
I mean, it's for $6,800 more. He's got $43K in chips. It's about 15% of his stack, which isn't a lot to knock out a player in this format. And he doesn't have that bad of a hand.
he folds. Shows the fold, too.
Good bet by Nemo.
So that's a big pot for Nemo. He's been pretty quiet. And he was definitely the short stack. Had the best of it. Needed to dodge a couple cards. But Cole not willing to put in the extra money. As you see, Cole has the overwhelming chip advantage. Could have afforded, you know, putting in an additional 5-6K there just to try and eliminate another player. But elects to fold. Nemo survives. He's still swimming. And we're on to the next hand.
Junior looks down at Royal Brunson's hand, 10 deuce. Will fold over to Preston, 8-6 offsuit. Back over to Jake. Jake will fold.
Junior standing up again. Man, that guy must have a whole ant farm in his jeans.
Nate on the button will go all in here.
So Nate just trying to shut it down with ace high here.
And he'll get the blinds.
And you notice Nate shoving there on the button with ace high, ace deuce. Pretty standard. But he just witnessed Cole, you know, show ace 10. You know, there was obviously action on the flop, but Cole wasn't willing to call that off there, and Nate might be, you know, sense and smell that blood in the water. And he's going to look to take advantage of that and be very aggressive, knowing that his opponents are reluctant to call. So you don't want to be giving your opponents much information here, especially when they're good players, and everybody left here remaining on this final table knows what they're doing at the poker table, so it should be pretty interesting stuff here as we move forward.
Jake will fold. His 9-6 over to Nate with king deuce for fold. Nemo with 10 deuce, he'll fold. Back over to Cole, 8 deuce. Everybody had a deuce in that hand. Cole will fold his small blind, which is unusual, to not at least call it. And we'll move on to the next hand. 6 players remain. 3 have already gone. Royal, Josh, and Dirty, all probably playing cash right now in a table nearby. And we're on to the next hand. Nate looks down at 7-8 offsuit, will fold over to Nemo, 10-6. Fold, as does Cole. Here comes Junior with 8-6 offsuit in the small blind. Preston will say, let's play. Looks like we're at 6-12 now. Here comes the flop. Jack, Jack, 9. Preston does hit a 9, but Junior leads out. for 1,400. Call by Preston. Here comes the turn. There's the 4. No help for Junior. So I don't see a way Junior can win this hand.
Yeah, I'd like to see Preston, firing a bet now after it goes. We've seen Junior
Bet's
check
2,000
twice. So you got to believe in your 9 here.
The actual board is Jack, Jack,
Yeah,
9,
so graphics
4.
a little off on this hand here, but still Junior has none of this board. I like the bet there by Preston here, and that's going to probably take it down here. I don't think Junior can do anything with this. He's taking his time here. I just want to get a little TV time. Hasn't been very active, hasn't had many hands, but you can't do much with 8-6 off, and Preston's going to take down a hand with his 9s.
Alex D'Amico says that Cole has turned into a nit. Yeah, he did miss not betting one hand.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if we can go that far yet.
yeah.
Cole playing pretty sharp tonight, has the overwhelming chip lead. So he's doing something right here, and he's in good shape here to take down the 9K tonight. Poker Please 1124. Josh V has been scalped. Dirty has been eliminated. And our boy Royal, who took down one of our previous 200K guaranteed tournaments, has also been eliminated. So 9 have entered, 6 remain. And Junior is all in here with 4 high
on the button. 14K, 14.7K.
So pretty aggressive move. Junior's up and going into his bag, doing a little dance. Junior is not one to sit still. My goodness. Preston here sitting on with an ace, still has a player behind. We'll give Junior for a credit. That's
Jake with pocket 10s.
Oh my God, Jake, dude, you can't fold here, bro.
Jake
can't fold here when you're in the big blind here, when you still have, 23.6. You have your opponent ace, king, ace, queen, ace, jack, king, queen type of hand.
Time
Uses
chip.
his time extension here, but we obviously know he has his opponent's crush, but still, you think you got to press the call button here. You got to press the call button, Jake.
He's counting out his
chips.
chips.
He's asking for a count. He doesn't love it. You can see the agony. The man is squirming. This is a mini blender situation. So he's in there with the protein powder, the fruits.
Oh.
Sends it down. So
Jake.
Junior gaining it by. You don't want to show it there. Jake's hoping to see it. You'll see it in 30 minutes. But, that might be, if this, goes on for an hour, hour and a half, Jake's going to know that Junior's shoving on the button with 4 high there. So if that happens again in a half hour from now and word gets to Jake, he's going to snap it off with, pocket 7s.
Wow.
So Jake giving credit Junior there for a holding there. That's, I don't think he puts him on Jacks Plus, as I mentioned. Probably, overs, and he just doesn't want to flip there. And he's talking to his opponents, trying to get a read on him. But that's going to sting because he had Junior crushed with just 4-3 off, obviously. And you're holding pocket 10s.
Oh, my goodness.
You're almost guaranteed to eliminate another player there, and he would have been in contention, if not the chip leader there, if he wins that pot. So a pretty brutal laydown there for our boy Jakey. And Junior up from his chair again. We need an over-under. Somebody's watching in the chat.
He and CJ get up from their chairs every time.
We need an over-under on how many times this man stands up. So we might have a future drinking game. If you come and join us on the stream, we invite Junior back for another game. Every time Junior stands up from the chair, you have to take a sip of your drink or a shot, and you are guaranteed to be hammered drunk by the end of the stream. So stay tuned for that, because this man will be standing up at least 17,000 more times.
Jake has to shake that one off. He's thinking, did I make a mistake there?
He did.
And his wife says, so dumb. Now, come on, Kristen. It's easy for us because we're seeing the cards. It's a lot harder when you can't see the cards.
Yeah.
That's brutal analysis from the wife. I love it, though.
That's pretty tough.
He's still in, and that's the big thing. Who knows? Flop could have come 4-4-3, and Jake would have been out. But let's, it's a lot easier when we can see the cards. But you make a good point. Why would you go all in if you had, an unbeatable hand? You want people, you want some chips in there.
I don't think Jake thought he was behind, honestly. I just think he said, I don't want to flip right here. It's too early to flip.
Right.
So I think that's what went through his head there. But still, when you're ahead, you're ahead. Tournament poker, we can't wait for forever, especially in a turbo structure. I think you just have to go with your 10s there and make the best man win.
Here's an all-in from Nate. Nate with King-9, K9 Wolf. He
so Nate's a master.
goes through.
Nate's a master on blind situations here. He knows those ranges very well, and he knows that he's going to be putting his opponents, the big blind, in a very tough spot. So Nate's always going to be one for putting you in a tough spot there, and that's what great poker players do. And he knows that his hand has a lot more equity pre-flop than it does post-flop playability. So he's going to try and take down a lot of pots without even seeing the flop, and that's going to be more and more crucial as the blinds increase.
Preston folds his ace-9. Jake looks down at King-5 suited, will fold. Over to Nate, look down at 3-deuce suited, will fold on the button. Nemo in the small blind with 7-8. 600 to call. He's going to fold and let Cole take it. Cole gets a walk. And move on to the next hand. Thanks for joining us. Poker Night at the Lodge, our 24th episode. Started doing this a few months ago, maybe in November. Mike the Skull Reisman along with Rick Epstein, executive producer Dave Klaproth, Jermaine in here in associate producer role. The owners make this possible. Jason, Bob, Rosa. I want to thank them and, of course, thank America's Card Room for being the title sponsor. Cole makes it 3,200 with King-Queen. Junior looks down at King-3 and will fold. Cole will get the big blind from Junior, and we'll move on to the next one. Haven't had a player eliminated in a while. I think it's about time. 6 players remain. 9 players started. 1 will remain when it's all over, and he will get all the money that we have in the prize pool. Every player put $1,000 up. After we are able to pay the dealers, the winner will walk away with $8,325. And here's an all-in from Nate again with pocket 5s. Junior with ace-9 suited is going to make the call.
Makes the call here. So interesting call here. We're going to have a flip here. Junior says, let's go. Nate doesn't love the call. His 5s are in the lead, but probably didn't expect to get called off there by ace-9. So all the players here at the table, I'm sure, would love to see an elimination here and get closer to the money. So let's see if Nate's 5s can hold the speed limit. Not in Texas, usually 75 here, but usually known as the 55 speed limit hand. Can he fade an ace or a 9?
Oh, ace right in the window.
So our boy Nate in trouble. He hates it. You can see him. He's going to need to hit a remaining 5. He also has spades in play now, so picks up additional outs. Can he survive?
No.
He cannot, so that will do it for our boy Nate.
No, I think he's got 4,000 remaining.
Still got a little bit behind, a little squirt behind here, but a huge double up for Junior. And Nate's going to be in trouble with about a big blind left, 2 big blinds behind, 3 big blinds.
You see Cole way out in the lead, 43,000. Junior now vaults up to 31.8. Jake 23, Preston 21.
Kristen asking about tournament player bios. Junior probably has the lowest amount of tournament earnings here at the table, I'd imagine. I think he had a big tournament win maybe a couple of years ago in Vegas. I'm not quite sure 100% really on Junior's earnings, so I take that back. But Nate's definitely in the lead with tournament earnings, probably followed by Jake. Preston also goes up to the Choctaw area. Cole's one for action. Nemo's a very good tournament player, so I don't have the official player bios, but everybody here can play.
There's a call by Preston with King 5. Jake looks down at the same hand. So King 5 versus King 5. Neither player hits anything. It's really going to be the first person who bets, I think, is going to take this one down. 2,000.
Yeah, just like what you said there, Rick. Jake asking for a count there, but he can't really do anything unless shove and hope for a fold. But
yeah, he's going to fold.
Yeah.
Now the button will move to Preston.
Boy, Junior up from his chair again. So if you're taking me up on the drinking game, take a sip of your beverage.
Yeah. 6 players remain. Nate on life support right now with about 4,000 in chips after his pocket fives just went down.
Yeah, he's got one move. He's just going to be shoving. And he is he in the blind right now? Is he in the big blind? He might be all in right now. I don't see the all-in card. I know those are his time extension chips.
I think he's got some chips behind it, his hand there, because I thought he had 4,000 remaining. Junior will fold as Queen 4. Preston with Jack 9 offsuit will fold. Back over to Jake. King 10. He's going to call. So what are we at? 8-16. 3 players to the flop. Nate with 8-6. Flop comes ace 10-6. Jake hits middle pair.
Any pair is good for Nate. Nate's all in and both players call, so imagine these players will check down now to try and eliminate a player.
There's a 5 and Cole now with a spade draw.
And yeah, spade draw and a pair. I still don't see anybody betting. It goes check, check. And
there's the spade.
Cole's pretty confident he has the best hand now, so I imagine he's going to go for a little bit of value.
Jake does.
Makes the call. No, he called off Cole's bet. Cole was first to act.
Yeah, but Jake called him.
Yeah, Jake called him. Yep, so good value there by Cole.
Nate's eliminated.
And Nate will head to the showers over the top rope. A choke slam and another elimination.
Wow, the flying suplex from Cole puts
really from Junior, who really crippled our boy Nate, and Cole just finishes him off. Our boy Nate was dazed and confused, and he is eliminated.
We got a question for you. Did you like the open shove with 16 to 17 big blinds? I guess he's talking about Junior?
It was Nate who shoved it to 5-5.
Okay.
I don't know if the exact, it was pretty close. I think it was a little less than 16, 17 bigs actually. So, and we're short-handed, so it's not a full ring game right now. I don't mind it.
He had about 20,000 in chips.
Yeah, I don't mind it really. A little aggressive, but you have to be aggressive in this type of format.
We'll move on to the next one. We're down to 5, folks. It's moving right along. Each of us has 2 horses still in the fight, Mike.
Lunch money on the
for our lunch bet.
You are favored right now. You got Cole, and Cole's looking pretty here, sitting nice with 52K, 39% of the chips. So it's Cole's match to win here. But anything can happen when you get heads up. I'm very, anxious and awaiting, anticipating here the final two, the heads-up matchup here. But we still have 5 players remaining.
92 in the chat. I think that's a record. Let's get it up to 100. Come on, folks. Text a friend. Call your mother.
Like and subscribe to the channel. Again, we're here every Saturday night for live poker.
Nemo looks like he just put it all in. He did. And Cole will fold.
And Cole folds, and Cole shows him the ace again. So I don't really love Cole continuing to show what he's folding there in the big blind, just giving the small blind more and more confidence to shove light when you know that the big blind is going to be folding an ace. So Nemo's going to store that in the memory bank and continuing to shove, especially when he's short. His hands don't have much playability post flop, so he's just going to try and shove and hope that Cole's going to be folding. And Cole is showing that he's willing to fold ace X. So you never know. You never quite know what Cole's going to do. Cole might just snap you off with 9-4 if the stars align. So we'll see what happens.
Jake looks down at Jack 10 offsuit. He'll fold, as does Nemo. And it looks like Junior's going to get a walk there. And we'll go on to the next hand as Cole becomes the button. So Jake, Josh, Dirty, and Royal all went over the top ropes into the 4th row.
4 very strong players. 5 remain.
The Royal Rumble. Cage match. 9 enter, 1 leaves. Jake with King Jack suited. Nice playable hand in middle position. Counting his chips. He'll raise it up. Looks like 3,500. Over to Nemo with the snowman. Pocket 8s. He's going to raise all in with pocket 8s.
So let's see what Jake elects to do now.
Cole with King 10.
He's going to be folding, especially when Jake opens and has a player behind. So Cole's just going for a little TV time here. And we've seen Jake in a lot of tough spots there. He folded his 10s. Junior's up from the table again. Surprise, surprise. But we've seen Jake fold 10s.
Over to
King
Preston.
Jack is weaker than 10s. And Nemo's been pretty snug. So this raise looks pretty strong. King Jack can be dominated by a number of hands. And if Jake makes this call and loses, he's pretty crippled and crushed. But he already put 3.5 in there. I think Jake ends up folding. He's got 10 seconds left before he has to use his final time extension here. So decision, he might just say, screw it, let's call. The clock is ticking. 5 seconds to go. Makes the call.
Makes the call.
So I think he said enough is enough. And we're going to be flipping here. So he's going to be pretty happy to see those 8s. His King Jack is live. He is not dominated. He's not up against an overpair. He's not up against King, Queen, Ace, Ace, King, those types of hands here. So his King and Jack is live. But now
8 in the window.
Now severely crushed, running outs for Broadway. Not the flop Jake wanted to see. That will help him. A queen and a queen only are the poker gods here in Round Rock for Mr. Stein. They are not tonight. And Nemo binking the set on the flop, a huge double up for him. And now Jake is on the ventilator on life support, barring the machine that was next to Nathaniel Kogel. And now Jake is our short stack. Jake's in trouble. He's going to have to get his chips in light and hope for a double up.
Nemo wearing the Bitcoin shirt.
Yeah, he's a big Bitcoin
He's
guy.
enjoying Bitcoin's fast rise. Up to over 40,000. Can you believe that? 2 months ago, in November, it was 17,000. So if you own Bitcoin, you've had a good holiday season. Congratulations.
That or Tesla stock, one or the other. Flying high.
Nemo with Ace Jack just doubled up through Jake Stein. And he's got some newfound chips he wants to put into action.
Our boy Jake here is in the big blind here, so now these players smell the blood. They see the blood in the water here. Jake is wounded. And they're going to attack that big blind money here. So maybe that might be creeping into Cole's mind here. Is Nemo trying to steal some blinds? Gives Nemo credit for a hand. Action back on Junior with the queen deuce. Does he want to get involved? On the button, in position. He's got that look in his eye through the shades. You can just see it and sense it that he does not want to fold. But folding would be the right play here. You don't really want to get involved with this type of holding. And I think the senses are getting back to him, the better. And he sends it in, folds. Action back on Preston. He's going to be folding. What does Jake hold? Is this good enough? Oh, hello.
There you go.
The Kennedy brothers are here. So hello, Mr. President.
He's going to go all in.
What a time for Kings when you were bleeding out.
8,300 is the bet.
A lifeline from the sky. Just needs to fade that ace. You know those Kennedy brothers hate seeing those bullets.
Kings versus ace-jack.
Oh, God. We're going to have another assassination here, will we?
No.
Not
it's
on
5,
the flop.
6, 7.
Clean flop for our boy Jake. Needs to fade it on the turn.
There's another 7.
Does so. Needs to fade it on the river.
There you go. Jake gets some of his money back from the previous hand. Will get the true double up. 16,800 chips go his way, and he's back in the ball game.
Back in business. Very, very critical there to get that double up. And what a time to look down at Kings when your stack size is dwindling. You have your big blind, your big blind out in front of you. You need to wake up with a hand. You were hoping, you were praying for a hand. Then you peek down at those two cards, and you see paint. And then you see paint. And they are of the same kind, the same card.
We're about 2 hours into the live stream. Coming up on 10 p.m. Central Time here in Austin, Round Rock, Texas. And Rick Epstein along with Mike the Skull Reisman. 5 players remain in the Royal Rumble. Winner take all. $1,000 buy-in from each player. Winner will walk away with $8,325. Preston will call the 1,600. Back over to Cole. To Nemo. And Preston's going to win this pot. Jake is now the button. Yeah, between Junior and CJ, I don't know who gets up out of their chairs more.
It's pretty fascinating.
It's like, where are they going? I never know where they're going.
What are they doing in there?
Meatloaf!
Want it now.
Ma! Meatloaf. One of the great movies ever. I love that movie.
I don't know what she's doing in there.
What is she doing? Will Ferrell, one of the all-time greats. Wedding Crashers, right? That was the movie. So we'll go on to the next hand.
It's our boy Chaz, where he's sitting there on the couch. Loves it.
Chaz with ace
Preston,
6 suited.
Preston with ace 6. Chaz
Preston,
is on the,
I'm sorry.
Chaz is on the couch
Chaz.
waiting for the meatloaf,
Chaz.
trying to crash another funeral. That's what he does.
Jake, don't know what he has yet.
The body slam is coming, Steve.
Jake will fold.
This tournament will probably be ending, in the next half hour, 45 minutes, I'd imagine. Action is quick. 5-handed here. Shout out to our managers, Joe and Joe, as you see there in the back, the blue shirts.
King, Queen, 4, rainbow. Neither player hit any of that. There's a 9 on the turn. Cole has 13 outs. Ace still in the lead from Preston. He doesn't realize that he's good on this right now. Preston's going to make a bet here. Looks like 3,400 maybe? 3,500. So there is a club draw out there for Cole. He's got 13 outs. He's going to make the call.
He's got the outs and he's got the chips here to try and eliminate a player here. Out of position here. Let's see what happens if a club doesn't come.
It does.
Of course the club comes. We're just living in Cole's world. Cole running good, running clean.
Preston can't think he had runner flush.
Preston now picks up a 6, but he might have checked that down there. I would have liked to see maybe, it's hard for really Preston to win this hand if he might have gone for a bluff on the river, but Cole not going to check it over any longer. Going to put max heat on Preston, and I don't think Preston can call this off with the 6. So he's going to send the cards into the muck, and Cole running good, running clean. And look at Cole. Our boy Cole has got his mask over his nose. Everything is going great. And we're going to take a little short break here as we color up some chips. So stay with us. If you're watching here in the chat, I know we got 92 here, so this is a record high. Just bear with us for about 3 to 4 minutes or so. We're just going to swap out some chips. The players are going to go to the bathroom, but I was watching on our other monitors going on here. This break's not going to be very long, so go to the bathroom, wash your face.
Get some more wine.
Get some more wine. Bake a chocolate chip cookie. Stuff your face. Whatever you got to do, but just come back with us here in a couple of minutes.
Yeah, and Lodge Poker Club over 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. each and every day. Players can come in and play for free, actually. It's a lot of fun. We have multiple tournaments each and every day, at least 2. During the week, usually it's a 2 p.m. tournament and then a nightly tournament. The cash games go on throughout the day. 1-2, 1-3 are our most popular cash games, and Hold'em. But right now, tonight, for instance, we're spreading Big O, which is 5-card Omaha high-low, and looks like we're going to draw for. We're chipping up. We're chipping up, getting rid of the. Yeah, we're getting rid of the black chips. But we'll deal whatever you want. But most of the games are 1-2, 1-3. Hold'em, maybe 2-5. We've gotten 5-5s before in Hold'em, and then we deal a lot of Big O in this room. We got a lot of Big O players, which is 5-card Omaha high-low split, 8 or better. So we've got a lot going on. So if you're a poker player, this is the place to be. Don't feel intimidated. You've got some really good players, but you've also got some beginning players that just enjoy playing, and it's just a lot of fun. Our dealers come from all over the country because of what's going on in the world, and some of the casinos not having poker rooms or closing their poker rooms. We benefit from that. We've got poker dealers from Las Vegas, from Boston, from Maryland that all have joined us. So the quality of our poker dealers is extremely high, and you'll feel comfortable. You can bring whatever alcohol you want, whatever drinks you want. We've got refrigerators to keep your beverages cold throughout the room. We do clean the tables, disinfect the tables throughout the night. We require all players to wear masks, so you can feel at least comfortable in that respect, that we're doing whatever we can to keep everyone as safe as possible. And it's just a lot of fun. It's taking a little break right here to color up. We've got 5 players remaining. This is a steel cage Royal Rumble match. Each player put $1,000 in to buy in. After we took $75 from each player to cover expenses, pay the dealer, pay the light bill, pay the floor people, that leaves $8,325 remaining, and that will go to one person. We will not allow a split or chop, so one person and one person only will win. Everyone else goes home with babkas. Yes, we do disinfect the chips. I know Josh washes the chips periodically through the week. I don't know how often they do that. I believe it's a couple times a week. We try to keep, and we really encourage, we have hand sanitizer throughout the room. We're trying to be as safe as possible, while allowing people to still enjoy poker. I mean, we closed, the Lodge card room closed for 2 months, 2 or 3 months at the start of the pandemic, and it was something. We don't have any plexiglass here, but we do require everybody wear masks, and everybody does get their temperature checked when they come in. Just taking a short break here. We'll be back in action here. We just colored up the black chips, so now there are no black chips on the table. The blind levels are such where we won't need any more $100 chips out there. Yellow chips are 1,000. Blue chips are 500. Pink chips are 5,000. Each player started with 15,000 tonight in chips. 4 players have already gone out. And Mike, your thoughts so far?
Yeah, it's been fun. Very exciting. We have 4 of our players remaining at the table, just waiting on Cole right now, our chip leader, seat 9. And just kind of what we expected. If Cole got off to a hot start, he was going to be very, very dangerous as he returns to the table here. Some of the favorites, if we would have polled, the audience and around town, have been eliminated early. So a couple surprises still here, but again, this was an invite-only game, and we had 9 solid players here. There's no, loose ends in this cage match as Kevin gets the cards back in the air. The break is over. We'll be here until the end, as it's 10:05 here Central Standard Time on our normal Saturday night window here. That's usually our 5-5 cash uncapped game. But tonight's the Rumble. And let's see who's going to be the winner here.
Here's an all-in and a call. All-in from Nemo with pocket 4s. Quick call with ace-queen from Cole. Junior looks down at 10-3. He's going to fold.
So we have a race here. Cole running good, almost getting there at every opportunity here. Is going to need to spike some paint or an ace. Nemo, the little blue fish that everybody loves, is just praying that his 4s survive. The sailboats, come on, the sailboats got to survive for the fish, right? Clean flop.
And now there's a straight draw for Nemo.
No ace or queen.
Oh, there's the set.
Oh, so
it's all over.
Unless it's
actually a 6 will do a chop.
6, it would be disgusting.
Oh,
my God.
Nemo.
Wow. So Cole gets there on the chop, and Nemo hates it. Gives Kevin a little glare. Unbelievable. I almost just vomited watching that here in the booth. I might need a barf bag to the booth, please.
This is what I think. These are one of those hands, Mike, where you say, this is maybe Cole's night.
Yeah, everything going Cole's way. Way behind.
Way behind with the set.
Way behind. And gets there the only fashion possible just to receive some chips back. And Cole smiling. He's beginning to feel it. You can sense it, definitely. He's beginning to feel it, and these players are up against it. Steve Reisman asking if it's snowing yet. How the hell do we know if it's snowing yet? We're in the booth right now. We're deep in the caves in the jungle here. There's no windows. There's no nothing. We can't see anything. We were watching the poker.
Wow. Nemo's got to be kicking himself.
Yeah, he was golden for a double up there, and then just no sir.
How well does Cole run? Yes, Alex D'Amico. Cy Stone says, dear Lord, Nemo.
What do we got here? We have another all-in, it looks like here. So Preston has shoved with ace high, and he's been called by Cole. So Cole behind, can he eliminate a player? Cole coming back from the bathroom break in destruction mode, saying, come at me, bro. I got all the chips. I'm going to just do all the work here. This is my title to win. He's behind. He's going to need to spike paint. Will he? Not on the flop.
Not yet. 5 outs, looks like. Or running straight cards to chop. There's the king. We're living in Cole's world.
Cole World. J. Cole, as you know, the rapper. He's got the album Cole World. This is just Cole's table. Good game,
And
Preston. Thank you for playing, sir. Unlucky GG. And he is over the ropes into the second row with a suplex.
You're down to 1 for our lunch bet. Jake is your hope.
The people's elbow. I'm running out of wrestling terms. The Stone Cold Stunner. And Cole has scalped another one.
The figure 4 leg lock, the Iron Claw.
God. Stone Cold Steve Austin with the beer truck spraying everybody with some Budweiser.
The flying suplex. And Cole is just loving life right now. Cole, he does run good. When he runs good.
And Cole's all in. So punch me, tap me, you've heard that before. Cole putting his opponents to the test here. Jake, will this be Jake's time to go? He snaps him off with King Jack. Crushed to Cole's King Queen. So our boy Jake in some big trouble. And Cole looking to scalp another one on back-to-back hands. So, my goodness. My goodness. Let's see if Jake can spike a Jack. Jack's baby! One time. Will it happen?
Can somebody stand up to Cole? 9 deuce 3 doesn't happen there. Down to 2 outs, 2 available Jacks. They're both red.
Jack and a Jack only in very bad shape. That's not going to help. Picks up a Queen now. A Queen would give him the straight, so the Jack no good anymore. Would give Cole the straight, and that's going to do it for Jake. So good game, Jake.
Jake will go over the top rope into the 3rd row.
Oh, my God. Yes, a chair to the head. He's a little bit unconscious. He looks to be over the rope, and he's over the rope. Another elimination, down to 3.
We're down to 3, and that means I'm definitely not buying lunch for you. The only thing you can hope for is the push now.
Yeah, that's we need Junior to take it down. I'm not liking my chances here. Cole with a commanding lead.
Chair to the head. And Cole is just stepped on the gas. He took a break. He went outside. He breathed in some fresh air and said, I'm coming for blood.
Cole kind of does have that little wrestling look. You remember like Mankind with like Sacco or something? He's got that kind of Mankind feel. Fearless, jumping from the top of the cage, miles down on top of his opponents through the table.
Oh, my goodness. It's like we'll have a dead button now.
If this was a bounty tournament, Cole would be retired and wealthy. King Cole.
And Kristen's heart is broken. Have no fear. Yeah. Jake is going to do just fine.
Yeah, Jake will be back for another one here, one of the lodge's finest. Has a lot of success recently in tournament poker, but tonight there can only be one. So the odds are up against you, but for one person, it's going to be a very nice little payday for about 3 hours of work here as we approach 10:15 Central Standard Time. Our normal Saturday night window, 3 remain. Only one can get paid, as Cole already has the money in his pocket. He can smell it.
I think a lot of them had the last longer bet.
Yes, Cole might have.
$200 last longer, and I think Cole might have. Yeah, well, Junior's still in. I think everybody participated in that, and the 3 of them might be chopping up the $1,800 that was in the last longer. That was on them, though. That's not part of the prize pool at all. Each player said $1,000 winner take all isn't enough for us. We want a last longer bet. So now we're down to 3 with the blinds. One looks like 1,000, 2,000.
And Junior's all in here.
Junior goes all in with ace-10. Cole, does he even need to look at his cards?
Things have escalated here rather quickly. I don't think Cole can call this off with.
I mean, he's got all the chips. He's got 90,000.
There can only be one. I would wait for another time.
Cole, put the mask on. There you go. Oh, it slips off. We need to buy him a new. If he wins the $8,325, he has got to go to your store and buy a mask with the what do you call that? The little
LED mask.
LED mask where you can, from his phone, folks. Listen to this. From Mike's phone, he can type in any message and it will scroll across the front of his mask
Yeah.
any message, and it is truly amazing.
Pretty bougie stuff here from the booth.
$50 toy from Mike Reisman from Amazon. Where did you buy that thing? I know it probably came from overseas, so it took a while.
It's from China.
China. I mean, that's a good little gift right there. Literally from his phone, and it's instant. He can change what's on his.
I can put flags. I can put graffiti stuff. I can put videos. I can put text. I can draw something myself.
I kind of want one.
It's pretty sweet stuff.
How do you wash it though? Can you take the thing out?
I take the lights out and I can wash it.
Wow. All right, on to the next hand. 3 players remain. 1 player, and 1 player only is going to get paid. There are no chops. Junior raises the 4K. Cole makes the call with ace-4 suited. They'll go to the flop. Heads up. There's the ace and the 4, of course. Flop 2 pair. Check, check. There's an 8. Junior is drawing dead here. There's the 6.
Gets snapped off. Junior not giving him any credit for any type of hand. Snaps him off there with the king high. And every chip is important here, so pretty light call there by Junior. Junior and Cole have a lot of cash experience. All 3 of these players pretty familiar with each other. But Cole scoops in another one. Every chip counts. You need every single chip to be the winner and get all the fame and glory, all the cash. So Cole continuing to ride high.
There's an all-in from Nemo. Cole will fold. Nemo with ace-4. Here comes Junior with ace-5. He does not know it, but he is way ahead. He's going to make the call, it looks like. He does.
Makes the call. So Nemo at risk. We just saw him spike his set. And then Cole gets there on the river for the straight for the chop. Now Nemo behind. He's got to hope for some high cards. Very, very high cards. Maybe hope for a chop that way. Really praying for a 4. And our boy Junior with a 5 would put Nemo in some really bad shape. Junior still in the lead.
A lot of chop cards now.
Yeah, a lot of chop cards in play.
And there's one of them. Yeah. It is going to be a chop.
So a little justice for Nemo. Gets a chop his way, especially when your life's at risk.
We'll go on to the next hand. 3 players remain. If you're just joining us, it's been the Cole Show starring Cole. He has just hit everything. He's got the majority of the chips. You look at that, 99,000 chips are his. Junior next with 21,000. Nemo in third with just 7 big blinds and 15K. He's going to have to make a move here as the blinds are 1, 2. Every 3 hands, you're putting $3,000 chips at risk. 89 in the live chat. We've had as high, I believe, as 96 was the top number I saw. We want to thank everybody. Each week we're growing a little bit more. The little engine that could. 6, 7, 10, 2 diamonds, and Cole with the straight flush.
Oh God. Flops to straight. An open-ended straight flush draw.
Straight flush draw.
And the straight already. So if the straight's not good enough, and he has
Oh
somebody
my
snap.
God.
Oh God! Nemo with top pair goes jams all into Cole, and Cole snaps him off faster than any man could. And Nemo is going to be drawing only the full house possibilities here. Probably going to be drawing dead on the turn here, and then we're going to be heads up. So Cole with, I don't know, is this Cole's 6th elimination himself? It might be. Gets a little help there. So looking for a 7 or a 10. 3 outs 1 time for Nemo. Does not
help.
come.
Gets the flush.
So if the straight wasn't good enough, the flush was for Cole.
Cole is just loving life right now. And it's down to 2. Heads up poker. Nemo goes up and over the top rope.
Not quite yet. He's hanging. He's dwindling. And he's over. He is
The
over.
flying suplex.
Oh, it was one of those. It's one of those light flip overs, you know, like when they're hanging on by a hand. Will they come back? No, he has fallen. And good game.
The
for
triple
you.
Salchow.
That's figure skating.
What is the difference between a Salchow and the? What is the other one that they?
You're getting ready for our snow and ice storm already.
Yeah.
Talking about the ice and figure skating.
I mean, Cole. This is a thing to watch. Cole is in fuego. He has eliminated nearly every player, and there's an all-in.
We're all in right here. So snap them off. This could be it here. Cole with a commanding chip lead. He is behind. Junior ahead with the ace-3 off, but this could be it.
We know a king is coming.
I don't think the king is coming this time.
Well,
I think Junior is going to make a stand here. Cole can't win every hand.
yeah, you might.
So
you might know a little something.
My money's on Junior for this one.
There's the ace.
Boom, ace in the window. Cole wins. Oh, there you go. So
there you go.
So finally, a little water on the Cole fire. Junior says not so fast, and he has life.
Junior doubles up now. Junior now with 38,000 in chips.
That's pretty accurate.
Alex D'Amico.
We'll have to owe Alex 10 dineros, a free hour if Cole takes this down, but not so fast, sir. Our boy Junior still alive there with a double up. Ace high holds, hits his trips on the turn. Way good.
90 in the chat. Seeing who's going to walk away with $8,325.
Cy Stone rooting for Camp Jr. here. Heads up for the title.
There's the flop, 3-4 queen.
Junior picking up some momentum here. Cole with bottom pair, Junior with top pair, and looks to be setting a little bit of a trap, giving Cole a little bit of rope here. Gets even better on the turn. I imagine he's going to check it again, and let's see if Cole fires another bullet. Does he check it? He does check it, but Cole checks behind, so Cole not falling for it.
Ooh, there's. Oh, I thought that was going to be a straight. Looked like a straight.
No straight. I don't like the check there by Junior on the river after Cole checks behind on the turn. I would like to see him fire a little something, but it goes check again on the river. But Cole loses back-to-back hands for the first time in a while, and Junior, after sitting and lurking in the shadows for basically the whole stream, has found himself heads up, mano-y-mano with Cole. Imagine if Jake would have called off, you know, when our boy Junior shoved with 4-3 off and Jake was sitting there with pocket tens.
Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
That could have been the end of Junior then and there, but now Junior still alive with a dream.
It's going to be a raise there.
Cy Stone thinking about himself, as always, says, oh, you know, if Junior wins, it's more money at the cash tables. Come on now, Cy Stone. Both these players lodge regulars. Both these players play a lot of cash. So it's a win-win for all. May the best man win, and Cole's going to be tough as he wakes up with the ladies. Unreal.
He's going
to raise it up, and
no, he's going to go use a time chip.
yeah, Junior's using
a time chip.
I don't know why Junior's using a time chip here, but just 9-6.
It's a min raise, 6,000.
No, he made it way more than that. Those are 20. Those are 25.
Oh, okay.
Plays.
No. Okay, I thought that. Okay,
that was
the
a
new
huge
chips,
raise.
new chips on the table, 25,000 are the purple ones. The old blue ones were 500, so they got rid of that and they gave new chips out.
Gave a little color up. Yeah, he basically was a monster raise there. The Blues are the 25Ks.
But that doesn't make any sense because each player, there was only 135,000 on the table, so that can't be right.
Yeah,
those are $500. Those are 500.
Yeah, that's my bad. You're right.
Yeah,
those are 500.
All right, I was right. I knew that wasn't right.
I got a little excited.
Yeah,
I'm used to the final table with many more chips.
Exactly. Yeah, there's only each player started with 15,000 times 9. It's 135,000.
Coming down to the wire here. Heads up, only one winner, no chops.
Dan Fouts is in the building.
This goes on for a little while here, and these players begin to get tired. Usually that's what you see here on a weekly basis. The players start to begin, chop discussions. That's not allowed here tonight. That's not allowed here in the Rumble. At the ring, at the lodge, table 11, one winner, $9,000.
Here comes the flop. Heads up now. Blinds are 1,000, 2,000. Deuce 5-7.
As we do the show right now, my phone is blowing up about people wanting to get in on the list on the next one. So the interest list for the next one already growing. Shoot me an email on the bottom of the screen, skullmikepoker@gmail.com, if you want to get added to the list. We will be doing future tournaments coming up soon.
Junior's starting to pick up some steam here. And now the blinds are 1,500, 3,000.
You're free rolling this right now.
I am.
You were guaranteed not to lose $20. I am in jeopardy. I need Junior to take this down.
Yep.
Cole still with a commanding lead.
Ace-10 suited, a great hand, heads up.
We look at Nemo in the back. Nemo has already parlayed his third place finish into a seat at the 1-2 table. So Nemo has not had enough tonight. He's going to say, I'm going to get my money back on the cash tables.
8,000 is the bet. Called by Junior.
Hand here brewing, ace-10 versus 5-5.
All diamonds.
All
Neither
diamonds.
player with a diamond.
Cole still connecting with top pair. Out-flopping Junior's fives. Check, check on the flop.
Now a straight draw for Junior along with his
firing out
fives.
5K snapped off by Cole.
And Cole is going to win this hand. Puts another 5,000. Junior's going to lose with his fives.
So every little chip counts. Junior can't believe it. Any pair heads up pretty strong, but fives not strong enough when you're up against a pair of tens. And Cole getting closer and closer to the finish line.
.90 people in the chat. I want to thank everybody for being with us. It's just about 10:26 Central Time here on a Saturday night in a special edition of our live stream. Mike the Skull Reisman's own the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, I'm not a huge wrestling fan. I watched wrestling for maybe about 2 years when I was a kid. And I recall the Royal Rumble being around this time of year. And it just seemed right. The Royal Rumble, all these people, these wrestlers come running down, from the top ramp into the ring. And there can only be one winner. And the way you win is by tossing somebody over the ropes. And we have our nice red ropes around the table. There's only one winner, one payout. So it just seemed right to name this the Royal Rumble 1K buy-in, sit and go, winner take all. And so far, I think it's been a huge success. But let's try and finish it off on a high note here. Heads up for the title. Cole on the button.
Jack, Jack, Queen. Nobody hits anything. We'll go to the next hand. With Cole, who's really been the leader from the get-go. Had some major hands. Knocked out probably 5 players. I would say at least 5 players he knocked out.
Maybe more.
And I do like that idea from Corey about the bounty next time.
Yeah, we can mix
maybe
that
each
in.
player $100 chip
Yeah.
that they have to give up when they go out. I think that adds a lot to it. It also adds more of a killer instinct.
Yeah,
Go for the.
we're approaching 10:30 here, and we started, 8 o'clock the stream started. So we were targeting about 3 hours of play, our normal window for our Saturday night.
94. I want to get to 100. Can we get to 100?
This seems right
in
about
the
right
live.
for the structure. I think the structure has been good.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe we add 5K chips next time. We'll see. Time will tell. But this has been pretty solid.
I think the changes could be definitely in the bounty, and also I think we could increase the amount, and people would still play.
Yeah,
485.
yeah.
Maybe get it up to $2,500 buy-in.
Yeah, we'll see.
And
I will poll my players here, and
I mean, I think whatever the it'll take. There's a 4 on the river, and Junior's going to win this hand with 2 pair. He makes the bet, 2,500 into a 6K pot. I don't know what Cole's thinking about. He's got
Cole's
a
just
queen
taking
high.
a look at the tournament clock there behind him over his left shoulder. He's still got time to make a decision, but you know, Cole's been playing pretty well tonight. There's really no need for him to make a play there with queen high. Definitely can't call off there with queen high, so just got to lay that one down. He's been running so good there. Can't win every hand.
Looks like our iPad has had a challenge with the clock.
Uh-oh.
So they're having a little. There we go. But you know, we've also gotten a lot of dealers, Mike, and you got to think about this. A lot of dealers would love to have a dealer-only live stream.
Yeah, we'll see. We might not be able to do that on Saturday night on the, you know, the rush hour here, but maybe during the week or something as a little special employee dealer.
I think that would be
tournament
fun
or
one night.
Yeah.
To give them a
Just
reward.
as long as you're not in the box dealing, then we'll be fine.
Yes.
So.
You know, because it would be a nice reward, and I think a lot of players may enjoy watching.
Yeah.
So we'll go to the flop. Heads up. Cole against Junior. Both players with similar cards. Ace-6. Not much for anybody. Junior will make the bet and take the pot down. Heads up. This is normally about the time, Mike, where Cole would say to Junior, how about you take this and I'll take that and we'll call it a night. Not tonight, baby.
Not tonight. It's going to be pretty tough for our second place finisher.
Ooh, it'd be brutal. To be that close to $8,300 and not be able to taste any of it. But that's how this was set up, winner take all. Cole will make the call, 7-6 offsuit. Junior says, let's see a flop. Kevin will give us a flop, 6-7 queen, 2 pair, and an open and a straight draw. This might be the hand, Mikey.
Yeah, this has potential.
Uh-oh. Junior with the straight.
Junior gets there. Just what the doctor ordered for Junior. He needs this hand. You know Cole's not going anywhere. Surprised Cole didn't raise it up there. To be
6
honest
or a
with
7
you.
here. 6 or a 7. Nope, king. Now there's 3 spades on the flop. Cole thinks he's won this hand.
Wow. And that goes check, check there. Unbelievable that Cole somehow escapes there, losing the minimum.
Wow, that's
Junior
pretty
gets
incredible.
there on the turn, bets 3K. Cole doesn't even elect to raise. 2 pair very, very strong heads up. And after Junior checks that river, Cole does not even go for any value there on the river. Somehow sniffs it out. So pretty nice there by Cole.
Don't really understand what Cy is saying here. He's saying dealer player appreciation bounty on players for cash and bounty on dealers for time.
I don't know. Size doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't
this text.
English only, please.
Cy,
English
Cy
only.
can call my agent here. We're working here in the booth. We don't have time for this nonsense.
1,500,
So
3,000.
if Cy needs any type of writing lessons, I'm sure there's some tutors that are willing to work with Cy.
Junior, all of a sudden, you feel some tides have turned. Junior had a chink in the armor of Cole, and now is taking advantage of it and really going for it. He's got the sunglasses on. He's not getting up nearly as much, Mike.
Yeah, you got to be focused when you're playing heads up. There's no time to waste. You need to stay focused on every hand, every decision, because one mistake could be the end of your tournament, and when you're only playing out one player, you can't afford to stumble here heads up for 9K.
Cole with queen 8 suited will make the call. Junior looks down at 6-4 offsuit. We'll say, let's see a flop. 1,500, 3,000 are the blinds. 6,000 in the pot. 10, 8, king. $10 on the turn. Cole now with the check mark. He is going to win this hand as long as he stays in. Junior thinking about it. There's only 6,000 in there. He checks. There's the bet. 3,000. Fold. You see Cole has about 100,000 chips. Junior has about 35,000 chips. So 3-1 chip lead for Cole. I feel like we may be coming to an end, and here in the next few minutes, I just feel it.
Stye's still talking about the stupid dealer.
Oh, I see what he's saying.
It was an employee dealer game only, which what Rick was implying. So
yeah.
Stye clearly lost the message. Not surprised. Let's focus on the heads up here, though. Let's stop entertaining the peanut gallery.
Nemo is over in the cash game, still interested in this one. Looks like there's going to be a raise now. 9,000 is the bet from Cole.
Big Slick, mighty strong, heads up. Let's see if Junior gets out of line here. Hopefully for his sake he doesn't. Way behind with the Jack 8 off. On the button though. Junior kind of has that little wiggle that he might be up to something here, but now trending more towards a fold and sends it into the mug.
I'm telling you, Junior has picked up his play. He is a lot more focused than he was earlier. And he's sniffing some things out. These guys are now really focused. They can smell the money, Mike.
Yeah, rightfully so. In their grass here, Junior's going to need a double up here, out-chipped.
Blinds are up now, 2,000, 4,000. Every 15 minutes they do go up.
One double up though, and we're basically back to even here, so Cole has to stay focused as well. No reason not to believe that he won't. He's been keeping it pretty consistent here for the entire stream so far.
George Castleberry says he's out in the dumpster. Come on, George. We can't wait to see you. 7, 8, 9. Open-ended straight for Cole. We don't know what Junior has. Here comes the turn. There's an 8. 5,000 is quickly called by Junior. 2 pair for Cole here. I thought there was 2 pair. It was open-ended. I'm sorry. It was open-ender. He swings and misses all of it. Junior
Blasting this pot here, putting Junior to the test. Stone cold bluff here by Cole with queen high. Can Junior sniff it out? Looks like
my goodness,
will.
he does.
Wow. Let's see what Junior's holding there. It looks to be king 9? King 9. So
yeah,
9's
an 8
with the
nines
king.
and 8s.
Definitely strong enough for a call there. Didn't take much time. Didn't use one of his time extensions. Forgot to put the cards on the card reader though, but we'll let him slide there. The correct call.
And we're about even now in chips. Junior with 65,000 chips and Cole with 70,000.
Yeah, so a monster double up there. Cole goes for it with just the queen high there, but we have a ball game.
And Sai says Junior's going to win this thing. I can feel it. And I wouldn't bet against him right now. He is all the momentum has shifted from Cole. The first 2 hours, Cole could not miss. He was shooting about 80% from the three-point line.
Yeah, on fire, in fuego. But let's see if Cole can keep his composure there. Just took a nice dent to his stack. Still the chip leader, but Junior right back in the mix now. Pretty even stacks.
Oh, yeah. Next, if Cole can win one more, if Junior can win one more hand, he is the chip leader. Cole still has him covered, though.
Both players with not much of anything here. Let's see what Junior elects to do.
Junior's going to win another pot, and he is the chip leader now. So now he has Cole covered.
Yeah, that's the first time tonight that I believe we even have a new chip leader. Cole got off to a hot start.
Yeah.
And was the sheriff of the table. So our first swing, heads up.
I mean, give it up for Junior, man. Junior was all over the place. Literally all over the place in the room. He kept getting up from his chair. And now he has not left his chair since the momentum has shifted. Looks like it's going to be, he's asking for 2,000 more. Got to be 4,000. It's 2,000, 4,000. The raise now is to 8. So Junior, 4,000 to call with Jack 6 offsuit. He says, nope, I'll live another day. So now Cole is the chip leader. So back and forth we go, the seesaw. So now Cole will have the advantage in an all-in, as his tournament life cannot be in jeopardy. You see Hammer, the next table over, wearing the Dan Fouts jersey, dealing over there at the Big O table. Big O is just alive here on Saturday nights here at the Lodge. If you like that game, surprised, Mike, that you don't play that game.
Yeah, I'm just not crazy for it, to be honest, but like my niche and no limit, just got to keep what's working, keep it steady.
So we'll see a flop now. Both players have 4,000 in. 6, 8, 10. Pair of sixes for Junior. Gut shot straight draw for Cole. There's a 5. So now each player with a pair.
Like to see that slow down, Cole. Now when he picks up a pair, let's see what he does. I believe he checked it over. Action on Junior. Like to see him too check now. No reason to inflate this pot, really. To check it, his pair of sixes. Yep, he does check it, so we're going to take a river here. Sixes are going to be in the lead.
Ooh, Junior with 2 pair now.
Yep, always in the lead now, improves. Now once Cole checks this, if he does not, looks to be reaching for chips. Junior definitely has to go for value. Yeah, definitely got to fire it nice, but it gets snapped off there by Cole.
And Kristen saying, I think tomorrow at breakfast over pancakes, Jake's son, kids are going to say, Daddy, why did you fold pocket tens?
Yeah.
Oh, Jake, I love you, man. I love you. But Kristen is even saying that pocket tens hand is going to hurt.
Yeah. That's, it'll be quite the story there when Junior was at risk there with 4-3 offsuit.
Heads up, Cole versus Junior. 2-4 are the blinds, 2,000, 4,000. We've been playing roughly 2 hours and 45 minutes. We had anticipated about 3 hours, maybe 3.5 for this tournament to be over. So I would imagine it's going to happen. Stick around, and I'd say in the next 15, 20 minutes, we might have a winner here.
Yep, Junior now our chip leader once again. So after each and every hand here, lately the chip lead has been bouncing back and forth.
I love the split screen. Dave Klaproth's genius. There's the flop. Ace, King, 8, 2 hearts. Don't know what Junior has. There's the deuce of hearts. Now there's a wheel draw, all in.
I do love the split screen, especially heads up. A little bit easier to do. We know it's camera 1 and camera 2. But you get to look in the eyes here, even though both players are wearing shades. You get to see their whole bodies and their actions, their fingers, their breathing, how they hold their chips. And Junior up from the table again. Oh, no, going for a little sip. Hit that man
Some water. Action on you, Junior. Come on, we're heads up for the title. There's a clock going, no time. Can't sign the autographs just yet. He's trying to organize.
There's Jake.
Looks to be organizing
looking
the after
for his
party.
pocket tens.
Yeah, Jake says I call now.
There's an all-in and a quick fold from Junior.
Yeah, I think Junior was just organizing the after party. He needs to settle down here and finish this off. 99 in the chat. One more, one time. Let's get the triple digits.
Oh, my goodness. Could we get there? We were 101.
missed
All
it.
right.
There we go.
Hey,
Record
the
highs
little
here.
things. We've gotten a lot of good response for tonight. This is going to be a happening on more of an occasion. I think people like this stuff. As we continue to find out what works for Poker Night at the Lodge, we'll do some of everything, but we'll do more of things that people want. Cole with 6-3 suited. Queen 4-9 on the flop. Junior's having trouble putting his cards out over the reader. Turn the 9. And the ace on the river. Cole with nothing. He's basically playing a 6 high. And he'll fold. And we'll move on to the next one. Cole with about 75,000 chips. And Junior with about 60,000.
Junior up from the table, up from the seat one more time. That's definitely going to be a prop bet, side bet next time Junior's on the stream. How many times he stands up from the chair?
Absolutely. Junior with ace-3.
Good enough for a raise for sure. Put the heat on. You now have the chip lead. Cole in rough shape, 10-6. Not what Cole wants to see. Junior does not elect to raise, just limps with the ace on the button.
There's the ace, ace-9-3.
So the ace, very well disguised now on the button. And Junior checks, not repping that ace. So I like the check. Now with the boat here, but Cole not falling for it. Seems to have bet, Junior looks to have bet 10K here. So Cole with nothing here, maybe looking to maybe bluff a 3. Has that look in his eye. Cole, don't do it, buddy. Whew.
Yeah, he almost pulled the trigger.
I thought he could have hung himself there.
Junior's saying, wow. He wants to show the boat. He's dying to show that boat.
I wish you would have, Cole. Junior had that same feeling that Cole might have been gotten out of line there, and he would have been snapped off instantly, but finds the fold button, and good for him that he does. He lives another day. Second place, goes home with how much money tonight, Rick?
Babkas.
Nada. Squadouche. 0.
Alex D'Amico says over-under on Junior stand-up 35 times in 3 hours. No, it was 35 times in an hour. He's settled down.
The line's over 35.
Yeah, he's way over. I would have taken the over. But he and CJ does the same thing. I don't know if it's the youth. 5-9 jack, 2 hearts. Neither player hits anything. There's the ace. Still nothing. There's the ace. So Cole will win with his queen as long as he stays in.
Cole betting here, bluffing the best hand, queen high. Oh, he hasn't put any money yet. I'm just looking at the graphics there. It's been checked to him. Not quite sure what's going on here. Everybody with not much of anything here. Imagine we just go check.
Yeah, I think Cole made the bet.
Yeah.
He did make a $10,000 bet. All right, we'll go on to the next hand. Kevin's been a great dealer tonight, playing with the shot clock. Now that it's heads up, each player got an additional shot clock time chip.
Yeah,
that adds an extra minute on to their thought process.
if needed.
$2,000, $4,000 are the blinds. Under the gun now on the button is Junior. Looks down at King Deuce suited. He's going to make the call. Over to Cole. Don't know what Cole has. Here comes the flop. Cole has Jack 5. King, Queen, Deuce. Another queen on the turn.
Not what Junior wanted to see. His 2-pair gets counterfeited by the queen, but his king's still good. Cole with not much of anything. Junior rips it all in here. Cole can't call.
Looks like a queen on the river. There's a boat for Junior. Queens over kings, and we'll go to the next hand.
So Junior kind of separating from Cole a little bit here, getting closer to the finish line. After what we thought was a lock, the way Cole was trending, the table has tilted in favor of seat 2.
2,000, 4,000 are the blinds. Cole is under the gun in the small blind. He's going to go all in with ace-7 offsuit. Could this be it?
Let's see what happens here.
Junior has him covered.
Junior usually makes quick decisions here, but this is for all of it, all the marbles here. You don't want to give Cole back a decent chip lead here, so a very important decision here. Junior has the lead, but not by much. If Junior makes the call and loses this pot, he's in very, very bad shape. Still alive.
He makes the call.
So here we go. Cards on their backs. Ace-7 for Cole. Looks like
Ace
Junior has
Jack?
an ace as well. Was it ace in paint?
I thought it was ace-jack. We'll see in a minute here. There it is, ace-jack suited.
It is ace-jack.
Totally dominating over Cole. I don't know what took so long for Junior.
Oh my God, a 7 in the window
7.
for Cole. But now Broadway outs for, so a jack or a king is what Junior is looking for.
There's the king. It's over.
He lights it up there.
Junior.
Oh, my goodness, the seesaw battle.
My goodness. There's a 7.
The 7 irrelevant for Cole. The seesaw battle going back and forth.
Can you believe it? Junior,
C2.
who came out of nowhere to take all the money, and he will walk away as the sole winner, the inaugural Royal Rumble. Mike Reisman, thanks for being on the show tonight as always, and we thank you for watching. And tune in next time. Any thoughts before we go?
Yeah, that was just insane there. Cole outflops Junior there, and then Junior gets there on the turn to lock it up. What a match here on the inaugural Royal Rumble here at the Lodge in Round Rock. Thank you all for joining us. We had a record viewership every Saturday night. We're here with live poker. We're always going to have something new. Mainly it's going to be 5-5 uncapped no-limit hold'em, which is the biggest game we offer here at the Lodge on a regular basis. So the action is steaming up. There's lots going on here, and we can't wait for you all to tune in on one of our next episodes.
We'll see you next time at Poker Night at the Lodge.
Yeah, but it's, well, yeah, that's He needs to go buy a lot of controllers. Well, good. That's good for TV hands. So he's here every day. He's here every day with Abe.